Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them. Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
Opie. I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid. I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places.
Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock. Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Where is that hurricane heading?
I don't know. They say Friday it should be like, what is the peninsula called?
The peninsula.
That little thing that jets off of Mexico.
Oh, it's like
the Yucatan Peninsula?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yucatan.
We're looking at a satellite map. There's a hurricane heading toward where, I don't know, a few of us may be vacationing in less than a week.
Well, we are going into that area down south there. Some of us further south than others, but, yeah, it's brewing down there. It's brewing and stewing.
Sorry, a little distracted. Just before we hit the air, we're tracking this hurricane.
Trying to look, because, of course, you know, next week, vacation. And, looks like the hurricane might throw a monkey wrench into it.
Could very well do that. Good morning, it's the Opie and Anthony program. It's Monday. We love Mondays, don't we?
Right by Friday, like Friday at about 10:30, I usually sit in here and go, you know, this really isn't that bad. But Monday, Sunday night, it starts hitting me. Like, what are you doing? I'm up too late.
I fucked up my whole body yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went and watched football with Ben and Bill Burr, actually.
Bill Burr joining us.
Who should be sitting in that seat right now.
What happened? What did you do to Bill?
I did nothing to Bill Burr. He wasn't drinking. And the point I want to make, I wasn't drinking because, you know, Sunday, whatever. So I decided to start drinking coffee at 4 in the afternoon.
Oof.
Which is a no-no when you try to go to bed at 9:30.
Yeah, that's still in you.
I was watching my Bills, and my Jets. See, I go back and forth. Well, I spent like 10 years in Western New York, so when my Jets are starting to, stink up the joint, then I could kind of, become a Bills fan for a few weeks. No, actually,
look good.
I'm a Jets fan first, and it was a good game, but we lost.
Yeah.
And then I was watching the Pats get destroyed. They're now, 500? And
you're upsetting Ben.
Yeah, they're 500. And I was hanging out with Bill Burr. And I don't know, we actually had a discussion about Patrice being late on Friday or not showing up.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be here.
He goes, do you guys get really pissed off when these guys, oversleep? And I go, tell you the truth, Patrice was supposed to come in for an hour on Friday to promote his Caroline's gig.
Uh-huh.
We were doing him a favor because he was stepping in for Tracy Morgan, who had to cancel his dates last minute, so they had to get somebody. They got Patrice. And
Jimmy was here, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. And I told Bill, if it's a comedian coming in to do something and he's doing an hour or two and he oversleeps, whatever. We understand that.
Yeah.
I go, but if you're filling in for Jimmy and you're not here or you oversleep, then there's a problem because we're really depending on you and counting on you, to hang out with us, right? I had that discussion with him yesterday at the bar as we're watching football. Wait, we got Nathaniel at Bill Burr's apartment.
All right.
Because as you could figure by now, he's not here. Hey, Than.
What's up?
You're at his apartment?
I am outside of his building, yeah.
Outside his building.
You ready to buzz?
Yep.
All right. You
guys say when I can let go of the buzzer.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Just give it a quick one first.
All right, there's a quick one.
See if he wakes up from that. Yeah, so he's not here.
Right.
After the what?
For some reason he called Poe.
Bill, he's on his way.
All right. Stan.
That would explain why he's not answering.
You just heard that? Okay. So Bill Burr's on his way. Thanks, Stan.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry about that.
Did he say anything, Ben?
Right.
His power went out?
Ah.
Oh, his phone's ready.
All right.
His power went out.
He's got to be freaking out because we had this exact conversation yesterday. I'm like,
no.
If you oversleep and you're sitting in for Jimmy, then it's kind of like we're not too happy because, it's a show and we're trying to, get things done. I won't bust his balls, obviously.
He's going to bust his own balls.
Oh, it's just funny, though, because we had this exact conversation. But as far as it concerns me, so I go to the bar, Ben's there, drinking his face off, and Bill's not drinking, I'm not drinking, we're watching football, so I'm just slamming, coffee after 4, which is just, if you know anything about trying to sleep, you just shouldn't do that. And then on the way home, we got burritos, very spicy burritos. And then after that, I was watching Danny Bonaduce and all that. Bill Burr on the line.
Ah, here he is.
Billy!
Yo.
What's up, Bill?
What are you guys up to?
Hey, what's happening?
Nothing. You guys, you hanging out? You guys doing anything?
Yeah, we're just hanging.
Weren't we discussing this watching football yesterday?
Dude.
Dude.
Literally, that's exactly what I said. I was just talking to him about this shit. He's like, dude, we don't care what you do, whatever you do, just don't fuck us. Don't be late. Unbelievable.
I was just telling Anthony the story. We were having this exact conversation because Patrice, overslept on Friday.
Oh, yeah, you've gone on and on talking about, basically alluding to the fact that I was the responsible one.
Right.
I sort of was hinting at that.
Yeah, it's like Bill's the only one that actually shows up before the show while we're hanging out in the office going through the newspapers and everything and throws out some ideas. We knock some shit around. None of the other comics, including Jimmy, do that. And then today, you just fucked it all up.
Yeah, just destroyed my reputation. Well, just for the record, I don't think I've ever thrown out an idea. I think I usually just sit there comatose from 6:30.
No, you go through the paper and go, look at this asshole.
Nah, you have, you definitely help us show prep. Jimmy walks in and starts eating breakfast right at 7. That's a big help usually. But how are you going to be here soon?
Yeah. I'm on my way downstairs right now. I got to go grab a cab.
All right, we're going to talk about the shark thing when you get here.
Okay. Well, tell everybody just chill out for a second. Unplug the radio or some shit. I don't know.
I'll be there. What happened when you woke up? Did you look at the clock and go, oh, shit?
Yeah, and it was just blinking 12, and I said fuck like 98 times.
I love that, man.
Fuck.
Oh, I love when that happens.
All right, I got to run downstairs. I'll be there in a minute.
All right, cool.
All right, bye.
See, we're the only... Hurricane is over... Oh, really?
Where's that?
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's over where you're going right now or something, or around that area?
Did it destroy where I'm going? Don't know?
It's not really a hurricane yet, is it? No.
It's just kind of a big tropical...
Yeah,
I think they call it a tropical depression.
Depression.
Or is it a tropical storm?
It's a tropical depression.
I might be all right then, huh?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
What are the odds another one hits? Come on.
Well, if another one hits... This is Hurricane what? Starts with a W?
We're up to W?
Wilma?
Are they talking about it as Wilma?
I don't know. It's a W, and that's the only W name that popped in my head.
What about Wanda?
What? Maybe Wanda.
What about Hurricane...
Walona.
What?
No?
What?
Wilma. It is Wilma?
It is. All right.
Hey, Wilma. Bad Fred.
With the awful Fred.
Awful Fred voice. Yeah, and then if there's another hurricane after this one, they have to go to the Greek alphabet, because we have plumb run out of names.
Why don't they just go back to A?
They don't use
With
X,
a different
Y, Z.
name.
It will be Alpha. Hurricane Alpha. And then they go through the rest of the Greek alphabet. That's it.
Hurricane Alpha. That's so boring.
It is very boring.
You would think they would come up with something cooler than that.
No, that's it. That's all you get.
You know what they should do when they complete the alphabet? They go back to A with names of sex offenders.
Ooh.
Starting with A.
Lovely. That'll get the fear of God into people.
Just to keep it interesting, you know. So then I had the spicy burritos, Anthony, and then then I was watching the VH1 Top 100 Kid Stars of All Time, which was just
I missed that.
Well, I taped it on my DVR. I was very happy. I had my own marathon going on. Man, some of these people are just freakazoids now.
Yeah.
And then decided that 9 o'clock at night, half hour before bed, more or less, is a perfect time to polish off a half a container of Haagen-Dazs chocolate brownie ice cream.
Good stuff.
It's great stuff. But then, tossing and turning the entire night. I might have slept 20 minutes.
Oh.
I was in this, sugar fucking high all night long. The sugar and the caffeine. So that's what was going on in my world. And then Bill's late. You're the only responsible one.
I try. And believe me, I was laying there, that alarm went off, and I started, I think for the first time ever, getting the thoughts in my head that I used to get when I actually worked for a living. Like, is there any way I don't have to be there today?
I was debating it. I know I'm good for one or two. We're all good for one or two where we just decide not to come to work, just come up with a lame excuse and call Ben and say, hey, man, get the tape out. It's worship day. And I was thinking of doing it today.
Aside from vacation and our downtime after we were thrown off the air, I think I've taken one day off for a flu or something since we've been doing radio.
I know, you never take days off. It's always me.
It's not really, a job.
Yeah,
it's
but
just kind of...
I guess you're right about that.
It's just kind of, get to come in and hang out.
Right.
But, this morning, I was playing video games all weekend. My eyes... I was playing so much I had to, squeeze Visine into my eyes every few minutes. Shouldn't you just not be playing if it's at that point?
Of course.
I couldn't stop.
I'm getting that shit from the BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I'm on the BlackBerry so much, and they have the option with the light. I realize why they have that option. They don't want you using the light when you're using that BlackBerry.
Yeah.
So my eyes are getting the feeling of that dryness and, can't really focus too well.
Feels like you got sand in them.
Right.
Hawk was going to give me some Visine over there. Do you think I'd actually use Visine that has been here or anywhere else? Visine, that's like using... Yeah, it goes in your eye.
It's probably the safest thing you could use of someone else's, though.
Why? You get pink eye or something.
No, they don't touch your eye.
Some people do.
Some people touch the eye when they're
It kind of touches the corner or something.
Nah. You just let it drip into your eye.
I don't know.
I could tell a quick story as we try to get the whole show together here.
Yeah.
We actually have a lot of stuff to do. We got to talk about the bird flu, and we had another assault on the media in Buffalo from Buffalo Paul. This guy is trying, and he's so close.
So close.
He's so close to pulling off the best assault on the media, and he just misses every single time.
Almost greatness, not even almost just an assault. Almost greatness, and then I don't know what happened.
Right. Well, I guess the cameraman was onto him or something, and zoomed out or faded out of the shot or panned something.
First, they just started going around in circles.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, the reporter's talking. I guess he wanted to jump in from the reporter's left side, and you could hear him yelling and yelling. And I think all he was wearing was a thong.
Yeah.
Or something.
An Opie and Anthony thong.
Yeah.
Which are for the ladies, but he got his hands on one, and that's all he was wearing with what? Wow stickers across his breasts.
And a double dong dildo in his hand.
Right.
Would have been perfect.
And he was screaming Opie and Anthony on live TV in Buffalo, but they were onto him, and they panned out really fast, I guess.
Yeah.
We have the audio. Is
they
the video
started
up
going
on
around in circles.
The video's up on opieandanthony.com, I'm assuming?
The reporter just kept moving to our right, moving, and the camera's spinning around.
Right.
Looked like the dance scene in Saturday Night Fever when they're going around in circles and showing each other's faces. It was horrible.
Here's the audio if you haven't seen the video yet.
News 4's Alicia Palumbo is asking for you tonight, and she's live at Erie County Hall with this story. Alicia?
We know if the 2006 budget proposal passes as is, we could see our property and sales taxes go up. But what else could follow this? We could see some
I just want to know how.
Sounds like he was ripped off by the mouth. Like someone put their hand over his mouth and pulled him out of the picture.
What was all that screaming beforehand?
It was him.
It was him
screaming, trying to get into frame.
It was him just running?
Didn't work.
Toward the camera or something?
Yeah. They kept spinning the camera around.
Well, it was still an assault on the media. He got names out there. I don't know.
The last scream is pretty good.
I don't know if it's going to beat No Filter Paul.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think we still have to say that No Filter Paul is in the lead as far as the Assault on the Media contest for October goes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Still
Steve,
in the lead.
Do you know anything about that video, Steve?
Yeah, he was screaming Ben's hog.
Oh, Ben's hog.
Oh. Yeah, I had to have somebody write me and tell me that because you can't really hear it from the video.
Let me hear that again.
You want to hear that again?
Yeah, because I was listening to it yesterday.
That makes sense now. And and she's just trying to walk away from the shot.
Yeah, she keeps going around in circles.
She keeps walking and walking because she sees the guy coming. You even see her like looking to her side, and then at the last second you see like an arm, and you can tell he has no shirt on, and that's it.
Right.
And it's really quick. So
News News Alicia Palumbo is asking for you tonight, and she's live at Erie County Hall with this story. Alicia.
We know if the 2006 budget proposal passes as is, we could see our property and sales taxes go up. But what else could follow this? We could see some
It's like he got nabbed.
He got nabbed by a piano wire.
Yeah. Yeah, piano wire. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, just getting choked out. Let's say hi to Coat Hanger Reject from Buffalo. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, buddy? My friends call me Cody.
All right, Cody.
Hey, good. It was crazy. Came up onto the scene. This is my first one. They were hiding in the dark. I got to meet Paul and Papa Goulash. And we got the call. We went through the bushes. Papa Goulash almost took a big bite on a 10-foot drop right behind the bushes. And he started screaming. We came right up. He had a thong on, one of your guys' thongs. He had WOW stickers on the titties, and he had this double dong that looked like it should have gone on the top of the van. It was massive. It was just jiggling around. I had the sign. We got there. The reporter starts walking over to the side and then grabs the cameraman, and the look on her face was just unbelievable. They looked like they had shit their pants. He barely got on. He whipped the dildo right in front of the camera and starts yelling, "Ben's hog," but it never made it, and that was it. So we'll try again for you guys.
Yeah, you guys with this phone call. Listen to
it was pretty good. You guys were so close to hitting pay dirt. You know that, right? So close. The Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio came through very nicely, but the visual unfortunately did not come through. I mean, all of a sudden, if you're jumped up and down in a freaking little girl's thong that says Opie and Anthony, that's going to be tough to beat.
That's a winner.
You know.
Well, we'll try again for you guys. So thanks.
All right.
Hey, take care.
Thank you. Very good job, though. The video is up on OpieandAnthony.com, the latest Assault on the Media. I was thinking about the Assault on the Media contest this weekend. I think we need some listeners to start engaging the reporters in conversation.
Just in the middle of their report to start asking them something?
Yeah, start asking. Excuse me.
That's good.
Excuse me.
That's good.
Excuse me. Do you listen to Opie and Anthony on XM Satellite Radio? Excuse me.
Sir,
I'm talking to you. Just make believe that it's just a stranger, and you're basically asking for directions, but you got to get the Opie and Anthony info out.
That could absolutely be funnier than just being in the background.
Yeah, just ignore that they're actually trying to talk to like a million people on TV or whatever.
Because they'll ask you to knock it off, thinking that you will, because you're just so stupid that you're trying to have a conversation with.
Especially in New York, I see that the reporters are way too smooth. They're able to get through it still.
Yeah.
They'll give a little look to the side every once in a while, but, besides Arthur Sheehan, who lost his fucking mind, most of the reporters are smooth. So I think we need to start engaging them in conversation on live TV.
If the reporter thinks you're in the background trying to be disruptive, then they'll just plow through.
Yeah, because they've seen that before. Mm-hmm. They're trained for that type of thing.
If you're just talking to them, they're going to think, this guy needs to be told something.
Yeah, there's not a reporter out there that can continue with the report if you're engaging them in conversation.
Right. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Just a thought, because I read the boards, and it seems like a lot of people are thinking that these assaults on the media are starting to get played out. We'll just take it to the next level, that's all.
Yep.
Heather in New Jersey, what's up?
There was an assault on the media Friday, I think at like 6 or 7 o'clock. Some little fat guy in the back of the guy screaming. Yeah, they were in Jersey talking about the floods or something, and this little fat guy pops up and starts screaming.
Yeah, do we have the audio of that one? I heard it online somewhere, but I don't have it in front of me yet. It was on...
I don't remember if it was at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock news or 5 or whatever.
It was ABC Channel 7 here in New York, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a guy just yelling and screaming. I heard that one. I don't think we have the video or the audio for some reason.
Oh, I'm in my car, so I can't help you.
No, that's okay. You reminded me of it, though. Thank you, Heather.
Okay.
All right, we'll try to hunt down that audio as well.
All right.
We should ask Steve about that one, if anyone sent that one in. I think it's on Whackbag. I definitely heard it somewhere. Maybe someone could email it in to us if they have it. All right? Right. So anyway, Anthony, on Saturday, I went down to Philly for the Flyers-Islander game.
Ooh.
Flyers just kicked my Islanders' asses bad.
Yeah.
It was an awful game. There was nothing fun about it whatsoever. Steve, you see the other one?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the kid to send in a VHS tape. He wrote me over the weekend and said he did it, but he hasn't been able to get it off his TiVo onto a VHS yet.
Oh, okay. I heard it somewhere, though. Was it online?
I think ABC Online had it in a story, but the way that their video is embedded, you can't capture it, so you have to wait for some other way for it to come in.
Yeah, it was a really good assault of the media. I like the impromptu ones. So, we have pests all over the ball field, and this pest was just going about his life, and also saw the live TV and just went with it really fast.
Yeah, those are the best. Absolutely.
And just walked behind the reporter and just lost his mind for a couple seconds, and then walked on, as they say.
Those are the best ones to see, too, when you're watching.
Right.
It's kind of, what the hell? What is this guy doing? What?
Right.
Oh, no. I just witnessed one.
Exactly. So I went down to Philly for the Islander game and decided to come all the way back to New York all in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was down there, and the Islanders looked absolutely awful. Big hi to everyone was saying hi to me as I'm trying to sit there and watch the game. Hey, what's up? A little weird. But they lost 5-1, and just they don't even look like a team at this point.
Really?
But we're playing the Rangers this week. That should be a lot of fun.
How are they doing? I've had no clue on hockey.
Do you like hockey at all?
Nah, not really.
With the rule changes, you might want to take a peek.
They don't even talk about it, though, on the sports things. Most of the time I get my sports info from the news.
Right.
I rarely watch the games unless I'm really interested in them. But the hockey, I never hear it. Like, I never hear them talking about hockey.
It's always it's always like an afterthought.
Yeah, football, baseball.
Yeah, but you got everything right now. You got the football, you got the baseball, you got the hockey, and basketball is just about to begin.
Basketball seems like it goes on the entire year to me, because I'm really not interested in that. I know you're a big basketball fan, but I am just like, what?
My sports mostly are hockey and basketball.
Yeah.
I like watching those a lot more than baseball and football.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Even live? What do you like live?
Live hockey.
Yeah.
It's the best live sport. The best.
Yeah.
I know football's right up there, but hockey, especially with these rule changes, it's a much faster game, and it's very exciting so far.
Football hate the fucking weather.
Right.
Can't take it.
You can't sit there and, you can, but...
Baseball's cool because it's just you're out.
You're just hanging, though.
It's a hang. Expensive beers and just hanging out. Bad food.
Baseball is just a hang with a lot of talking, and then every once in a while you shut up because you think the ball might go out of the park.
Yeah, baseball's much better to watch on television.
Oh, without a doubt.
As far as the game goes, yeah.
And basketball, when they're scoring 110 points each, back and forth. Hockey, there's a goal every once in a while, and in between there's a lot of hitting and fighting and what have you. So
it gets to the end of the basketball game, and I always say, why didn't they play like this the whole game?
They should just play the last 10 minutes of the game.
Just play the last 10 minutes.
They should just be 10-minute games.
That takes like an hour to get through.
Right. So I got back to New York, and I almost had a throw with a 70-year-old man. He might have been older than 70, to be honest with you. He might have been closer to, 75.
What could he have done?
But his wife was...
that's his hell.
And he was fucked up, and I wasn't going to have it. Yes. So I drive to Philly and back. That's key to the story. I get back to New York about 1 in the morning. I'm fucking tired, and I just want to park my car, okay? Just want to park my car and go to sleep. And I'm driving around my neighborhood. I can't find a spot anywhere, especially because it's Saturday night. There's a couple clubs in my area, so the brothers and the sisters come from, uptown to party at this club.
Right.
I don't know what that's about, but it's a little strange. Matter of fact, there was a murder on the sidewalk, last year. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little I think it was a murder. Or maybe it was just a knifing and the guy survived. I don't know. It was pretty bad. Ben might remember that. So I'm driving, up and down my streets, can't find a spot. And all of a sudden I see a spot. Perfect, right? Except for the fact that this lady just standing in the middle of the spot, an older lady.
Oh, jeez.
She had to be about 75 as well, okay?
Saving a spot.
Let's call it 70. Let's call it 72. 72-year-old. Hey, was there a murder in my neighborhood at that club?
Which
I don't want to say the name of it, but remember on the sidewalk? It was a big, whatever. It was a big story. So she's standing in the empty spot. So I rolled down the window. It's 1 a.m, and I go, "What do you? I'm gonna park there. Can you move?" She goes, "No, I'm holding this spot."
Oh boy.
And this is where Ben and I disagree, but I hate these people that hold spots.
Yeah.
Because here I am ready to pull into the spot. Dude, there's not a car in sight.
Yeah.
There's not a car in sight. It's 1 a.m. This is the only spot I can find, and the cars aren't going to be moving around much because most people are done for the day. I'm like, you can't hold a spot. That's my first tact. I go, you can't hold a spot. She goes, I'm holding a spot. Hey, Bill. Hey. Bill Burr, everybody.
How you doing, Bill?
He can't even look at us.
No.
Fucking hilarious.
We were talking about this yesterday.
Just talking about this.
Don't worry. You get comfortable and you pipe in. I almost threw it with a 70-year-old man. I forgot to tell you this at the bar yesterday. So I go, you can't hold a spot? She goes, yes, I'm holding a spot. Tough shit.
No.
Like she's getting really rude. And she just is dripping of money and smells like alcohol. They were at the Met, I guess, and then they were like went out drinking and partying afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm pulling in. You can't hold this spot. She goes, well, then you'll have to run me over. So now, you know me. I'm like, oh, God.
She's tempted you. She tasks me.
Right. So I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I try to pull into the spot and possibly run her over or hit her, and then there's cops involved and stuff?
Yeah.
You know, is she going to
Because you'll do it. You'll try it.
Oh, I will definitely try it. I once hit a guy on the way out of the city because he was being a dick as he was crossing the street. You were there for that one. So all of a sudden, I don't know what to do. And it's late. I don't want a real problem.
Yeah.
So I think for a second, and then I say the best thing you could say in that situation. I look at her. I go, I wouldn't park there if I was you. And she looks at me. I go, I will be back for your car. And I just pull away.
You threatened her car?
Yeah, I just pull away. Like, I wouldn't park there if I was you because I'm coming back for your car, right? And I pull away. So, as luck would have it, by the way, she said she was, she's been looking for a spot for 2 days. And her husband...
2 days?
Yeah, and that's what she said to me. And she goes, and her husband, is down there. And she just points. And there's no one in their cars, right?
Right.
So now I go close to the end of the block, and right outside this hotel... This guy's pulling out, hammered, absolutely hammered, and he's trying to wave us on, so he can pull out. I'm like, fuck that, no, you have to wait behind them, obviously, if you want the spot. So all of a sudden, he throws his car into reverse because there was room, because there was a no parking area in front of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought he had clear sailing to reverse his car. But what he didn't see from his vantage point, and because he had a lot of alcohol in him, was a motorcycle right behind his car.
Oh, shit.
Slams into this motorcycle, cracks the frame. The bike is ready to be completely run over because the guy is that drunk, doesn't even know he hit the bike.
Oh.
I start screaming, hey, 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 hey! And he stops, right? He sees that I saw that he knocked into the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He panics and pulls out of the spot.
Oh, shit.
Just pulls out and now starts reversing my way. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Key to the story, he was pulling out of a legal spot. He could have just kept his car there.
Could have left it there.
Could have left it there.
How far was it from the other spot?
At the end of the block, so it was quite a distance, right? So now he pulls and starts reversing. That's when we realize, holy shit, this is the husband of the broad that I just got into it with.
But they had a spot?
That's what I don't get. They had a spot. Now he's fucked up a motorcycle. Now he's reversing back to the old bag. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll just pull into here, right?
Yeah.
So I pull in, but then I look at the motorcycle. The motorcycle is fucked up. I'm like, what the fuck? And now we're studying the damage on the bike, and I'm like, well, it's a spot, though, and I don't know if I'm going to park anywhere else at this point. So as we're studying, trying to figure out what the fuck to do, here comes the old couple, drunk as shit, right? The lady goes right up to my license plate. She goes, you're going to fuck with my car later, huh? And then she starts reading off my license plate like she's memorizing it. She goes, anything happened to my car, I'm going to tell him you did it. And then all of a sudden I go, well, your fucking husband just destroyed this bike, right? She goes, no, he didn't. you guys did. We're going to tell the hotel management you did it, and walks into the hotel.
Oh, no.
Dude, I went chasing after her. I was going to fucking strangle her.
As well you should have.
And she was already gone. And then me and the man are going at it, the old guy. We're going at it. And I'm like, I guess I got to throw with a 72-year-old man. I'm going to throw. Because now he's going to blame the motorcycle damage on my car because now I'm nicely parked where he used to be parked where he should have parked because he didn't have to leave the spot.
What'd you lead with?
Huh?
Jab.
What do you do? Kick him?
I would just kick him into his...
Kick him in the prostate?
I would kick him into his grapefruit-sized balls. No problem. I would have just kneed him in the balls nicely.
The old long sack.
So he goes, and now he's like fucking with me. He's like, oh, it's too bad what you did to the motorcycle. I'm like, dude, I saw you fuck up this motorcycle. Are you kidding me, right? And now I'm like, I'm getting close to throwing. I'm like, because now I'm just burning up inside. I'm like, I gotta fight this guy now because now he's calling me out, right?
Yeah.
So then Lindsay all of a sudden said the best thing ever. She goes, dude, there's 2 other people that saw you hit the motorcycle. And I'm like, Lindsay, fucking brilliant. I'm thinking in my brain.
Witnesses, yes.
I'm like, brilliant. Because now he panics, right? And he runs into the hotel. And now Lindsay goes, when we can't park here anymore. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, fuck. So he comes back out of the hotel, right, with a little piece of paper. Because now he has to fess up to the damage, right?
Uh-huh.
So, but I don't know if he really wanted to fess up to the damage. So he's writing a little note. I backed up into your motorcycle. If there's any problems, I read the note after he left, by the way. If there's any problems, here's my email address. You cannot read the email address that he wrote.
Of course not.
All you can read is at Comcast.net or whatever it is.
Why would you leave an email address?
Right. And
flee the scene.
And it's an email address, right? And he tucks it on the seat of the motorcycle and gives me a smile and walks in. So I read the note. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck these fucking fucks. So we walked down the end of the road with our little piece of paper. The license plate.
Wrote your own little note, did you?
License plate, make of the car. It was from Massachusetts. The whole thing. Witnessed this at blah, blah. They're staying at the hotel. And put it over that guy's note. Pulled out and said, have a nice fucking day.
You ratted him out.
Fuck yeah, I did. Wow.
Because his wife is a C.
She was the worst. Well, you're going to have to just run me over then.
Okay.
There's always a problem, dude.
Always.
There's always a problem.
Can't you just have a night out?
There's always a problem.
Just have a night out. Or scuba dive or any... Just always something going on with you.
I can't tell you how many times Lindsay goes, no. And I'm like, come on.
Oh, she knows you. That's so
she's
cool.
Like, just one. She goes, I go, come on, just one time. She goes, no, because there's always some dumb fuck that's just pissing me off out there.
Pissing you off.
I almost went at it with a lady with an oversized umbrella on the way to the gym.
Oh,
last week.
With the rain, yes.
Almost went at it. I've been known to my thing with the umbrellas is if I get poked, if I get hit in the head, if we just bump umbrellas, whatever. But there are people that are so inconsiderate when they're walking down the sidewalk. They won't move. They won't move their umbrella. They just plow ahead and there's damage everywhere. And sometimes you get hit in the head, right?
Yeah.
I will like go right after them and smash the umbrellas right out of their hand. I've done it many times.
Is that all the strewn umbrellas you see around the city?
I've done it many times.
Opie's, you could plot where Opie walked by the strewn umbrellas.
The look they give you, they think you're insane. They're like, you're insane. Yeah, but dude, they hit you in the head. What are you supposed to do? It's either that or punch them in the face, right? So you knock their umbrella out of their hand.
They are completely inconsiderate.
So I was going to the gym, and the latest trend with these umbrellas, we had the rain for 7-8 days straight. Have you seen them, Bill? They're oversized umbrellas.
The big golf umbrellas.
They're ridiculous. They take up the whole sidewalk, and this lady's under it, and she smashed into me, and I gave the whole umbrella, in this case, a push, and she turns around and gave me the look of death. I'm like, I'm right here. Let's go.
Let's throw.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
He's taking on all the tough customers.
Yeah.
70-year-old guy.
Old lady with an umbrella.
You want to do this?
Oh, I'm not saying.
Go time, old man.
Trust me. That's
because usually when I see those big oversized umbrellas, it's usually like a 6'4" black dude.
Right.
How come you don't push those ones, Opie?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
goes after the little old lady with the hip replacement.
Yeah. I'm not saying that my stories are meant to to make me look tough or anything. You know, I'm showing the underbelly of my personality. It's bad.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, I'm not trying to tell these stories so you guys go, way to go, way to stand up to a 75-year-old and his twat wife. I know what it's all about. I understand that. You know. Anyway,
I'm calling you Shepard Smith.
Shepard Smith
for wanting to hit somebody in a parking spot. He ran into somebody in Florida, I think it was. They were covering some story, and Shepard Smith from Fox News.
Right.
Another reporter was in the spot, saving it for her broadcast truck, I think. And Shepard said, "I'm parking there." And she goes, "You're going to have to hit me." And he edged up, and you know he just tapped her with the bumper. But her lawsuit alleged, and he came squealing in and hit me, and I hit the hood and fell on the ground, and
God, I wish I was.
He wound up getting arrested for that.
I wish I was on that jury.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't like that
Innocent.
guy? Oh really? I thought you didn't like Shepard Smith.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Fox News.
Oh no, I just thinking of fucking. He's gonna have to hit me. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. Good. You asked for it.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to rape me.
Yeah,
She asked for it.
Exactly. What the fuck? There you go. How is that? Is there underneath your car with fuel,
good enough?
With fuel leaking on them?
Tires across her legs.
You
like that?
I'm getting abused about the 70-year-old. Trust me, just about anyone would go after this couple. They were just so pompous.
Yeah.
So fucking rich, like their lives were much more important than anyone else's.
Well.
They were just asses.
Really?
Absolutely.
You should have just keyed the C word into the hood of their car.
Oh, well, maybe
Old cunt.
Maybe I...
Scratching away.
Maybe it's not smart to admit this on the show.
Uh-oh.
But I actually...
Hypothetically, someone who looked like you did...
Right.
Well,
Did what?
No, I forgot this part of the story. I found another parking space, another 15 or 20 minutes, which really just... The whole night, after driving back from Philly, I was tired, annoyed, pissed off.
Yeah.
Finally found a parking space another 15, 20 minutes later. And all of a sudden, my apartment's this way, and I'm going this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
And Lindsay goes, "What are you doing?" I'm going back for the car. I have to.
Oh no.
I just have to do something to that car.
Oh no.
What are you going to do to the car? I don't know until I get there, but I know I have to do something. And I'm walking, and I got apartment keys and car keys and office keys, and I'm like studying the keys as I'm walking, going, which one will make the worst fucking mark?
Oh.
And then I decided that it would have to be a group of keys. And I'm just like,
wow, the group key.
And I'm just
what we call the spirograph keying.
Right. And I'm just
actually
I'm walking, and then I'm figuring out how. I'm doing this whole thing as she's trying to talk me out of it. I'm walking, and I'm testing out the keys. Those two would work. Now these 3, 4. All right, I'm going to go with these 4.
That's brutal.
And then if I hold it like this and then just drag as I go, I should be okay.
Yeah.
She goes, what is wrong with you? What? And she's trying to talk me out of it. And we had about 3 blocks, and by the time, there's no great end to the story.
You cooled off.
By the time I got to the car, I cooled off. I walked by it, and I even was walking by I wanted it so bad.
Why I oughta.
Yeah.
But then she brought up a good point. She's like, they have to have your license plate at this point, between the whole incident in front of the hotel, before the hotel, when you were thinking of running her over,
Not only that, you got to look at the big picture.
What's the big picture? It's just
that
the
guy
of a car.
That guy's in hell. He's in hell.
You think?
Oh, you know what that bitch is probably like to live with?
Right.
Plus, you already fucked him with the letter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely got him.
He wanted instant gratification. That's what he wanted.
Yep.
So the next day, because I got up early, I went to the car again because you know me, I couldn't let
obsessing
it go.
on it all night.
Obsessing about it. Went into the corner store looking for honey. This was my brilliant idea. I was like, all right, key in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking up the car, and there's proof. But what if all of a sudden, I don't know, a bunch of honey was on the windshield? All smeared in.
Never heard of honeying someone's windshield.
Dude, this is
not in the book of kid pranks.
I know.
This was
something like a 7th grader comes up
with.
Yeah.
Hey, honeyed my windshield.
This was my bright idea.
I get a bag full of feathers.
I think I thought
it's medieval Opie. Tar and feathering his car.
How brilliant is it, though? This isn't someone's driveway where you could, it's a pain in the ass.
That's not going to wipe off with the windshield washer.
It's not going to wipe off.
No.
You're going to have to get the hot water and all that.
Yeah.
You smear the honey in great.
Or get Steve there to just lick your windshield off. He would do it.
You smear the honey into the windshield nicely, and now they can't drive the car. What are they going to do? You can't drive and look through a honey.
Take it down to forensics and get your angry palm print.
Exactly.
You can't look through a honey windshield.
With your luck, they'd probably try to drive, get in an accident. Who put the honey on the windshield?
Cover the post.
So then I went down there, back to the car. I wanted to destroy this car. So
Sweet revenge ends bitterly.
Right. The motorcycle.
Lame-o post headline.
The motorcycle was gone.
The guy's
morning.
a veteran.
Yeah.
Oh no, this guy was an asshole.
Oh, World War II vet hero.
No, this guy was a complete
They're on the beaches of Anzio. You got to deal with Opie.
Dude, as soon as they said we're going to blame the motorcycle thing on you, all bets were off. Sorry.
They're not old anymore.
No, not at all. So then I kind of walked back to the car, and I'm like, all right, all I need is the honey. But then there was way too many people around, because that I was.
You were going to do.
Oh yeah, no problem. Just smear it in, no problem.
Never heard of that bit of hijink.
Well, you got to be a little creative. You can't do the old. You can't do things that everyone else has done.
The old banana in the tailpipe routine.
We do the same thing with the radio show. We try to do things no one else has really done before.
Right.
So if you're going to fuck up someone's car, you can't go with the old school shit that everyone has done.
Uh-huh.
I want to go with something new and creative. So, that's it. That's the story.
You got some issues.
We don't. Dude, I've seen you get fucking pissed off, too.
Mine's like, atomic and then back down and up.
That's what's scary, too.
I don't obsess on it.
Mine builds. You just... Ah!
Yeah.
And then back down.
Like I'll get some road rage. Then by the next light, I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, but then...
Everything's cool.
I love this song.
An asshole, too. Yeah.
But in that...
Listening to this?
But in that instance when you go way high, that's a scary time.
Dude, very angry.
You're telling me I have issues. I've seen you drive on the sidewalk many times.
That's just a logistics problem.
That's a problem. You understand that, right?
The road is being occupied by something, and the sidewalk isn't, and I have to get from point A to point B. It's not really an anger issue.
All right. Well, Bill Burr's here.
Hello.
We're going to talk about sharks when we get back. Okay? And your Pats. I heard they almost came back. I left the bar last night.
I left right after the third quarter, and Ben was sitting there. They're going to come back.
Yeah, Ben is just
winning this.
Yeah, Ben never gives up on his team. I gave up on the Jets. Figured I could get home a little earlier because it wasn't looking good. That fumble or whatever at the end of the fourth quarter there. I'm like, all right, done. Game's over. But Ben was hanging in there when it was, 28-3 or something like that?
Yeah, and then we scored. It was
18
it was 28-6. We scored. It was 28-13. He's like, dude, we're coming back.
And then he's text messaging me. I told you they're coming back. It's now 28-20. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, Ben. They're still going to lose.
Yeah.
Go home.
And they did.
And they did.
And Vinny was like the tackle dummy, I guess.
He got
5 sacks.
He got hit a bunch of times.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right, Stalker Patty coming in at 9 a.m. She's going to give us a book review on that book.
Is it true that guy had to drive around with a seat full of steel mill granola? Oatmeal? As the police report says, he was sitting in oatmeal and blueberries.
Note to self, honey and steel-cut oatmeal. That would be a great combination.
Very hard to get off a windshield.
A great combination.
You should have just bent his walker, Opie.
No, this guy, honestly...
Tough guy.
This guy looked like he could scrap. I mean, he looked like he was going to have that old man strength. He looked
really?
He looked like he was going to...
Is it Clint Eastwood?
He looked like
he's still working out.
He looked like he could scrap. And his wife looked like she would have no problem trying to kick me in the balls. So
yeah.
It would have been a very interesting fight. Two old people against me.
Hopefully we'll see that someday.
Yeah?
Hope he beat up an old guy. No,
I'm trying.
Because you see that every once in a while in the paper, don't you?
Yeah.
Some 7-year-old guy.
Well, it sounds sad on paper. I'm not gonna lie to you. Of course it does. But if
I was thinking more like pathetic.
Yeah,
Bill. You have a temper. In my situation,
I draw the line at like 58.
No, you don't.
I wouldn't. There's something in me, no matter how bad my fucking temper is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't take it out on a little dog later.
Right.
I'm just saying there's something in me that just goes, this is somebody's grandmother. Oh, this is somebody's grandfather, and I let it go.
Yeah, it's rough.
You say nice things, like they're going to die soon, just to talk you down.
Yeah.
No, they were just drunk, and they would blame anybody else to get themselves out of
part of the greatest
problem
generation. He's going to beat him with
all right.
He's going to beat him with Tom Brokaw's book.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue. We'll talk about the shark thing. Bill brought up a great point about something I did on vacation, and we're heading toward vacation.
Yes,
I told him what I was doing, and he thinks I'm nuts, so we'll get into that a little bit. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about the Chinese doing their little space program. We'll talk about Madonna. Madonna, who's like turning into...
Would that be any more condescending towards all of China? Oh, your little space program.
It's cute.
Listen to Anthony's take when we get back.
Yeah.
Anthony's going to save me on that.
Issue with it.
They got a cute little space program going on.
Yeah, see if I showed up on time. And
right, you'd have heard that in the office.
And also Madonna is turning into mommy dearest with her kids. Someone should take the kids away from Madonna.
No.
There's problems in that household.
Yeah.
I think there's problems with Madonna.
Yeah, she's lost her mind.
Well, we all know she didn't have a mommy growing up, and now it looks like she's taking it out on her own kids.
Yeah.
It's a little creepy. We got lots of show to do, so stay there.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owenday virus.
You were laughing at something?
I didn't mean to laugh out loud, but
it was probably something so funny that you just couldn't contain yourself.
Funny papers. I don't know how people don't read the comics. This is Marmaduke. And the dog's in a police car, and the caption reads, "No, you can't blow the siren." And Marmaduke must have been asking.
Does anyone read those things?
That's it? That
was it, huh?
No, you can't blow the siren.
Beetle Bailey, it's great. How do you drive? There's two captions in the Beetle. Because Fiorello LaGuardia, right? But Fiorello, whatever.
Fiorello LaGuardia.
Whatever, LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Who would he read the funny papers to when there was a problem, right?
Yeah, he would get on the news, on the radio, and read the funny papers when there was, I believe there was a strike or something.
Yes, and
yeah.
This is this Beetle Bailey one. This is two little captions here, and this Beetle, he's opening a box, and he new racket. Sarge won't be able to hit one past this baby. And in the next caption, it's a big tennis racket, and he goes, "Help me lift it, will ya?" Sarge is never going to get one past that one, but he can't lift it.
Because it's a big racket.
Beetle.
This is Jimmy's new bit, and I love it.
Well, Fight Deck is pretty funny. It's got a woman with weird hair and two guys sitting on the side of her. And the one guy goes, "Don't you?"
Oh wow, this is going to be a good one.
Don't you find it a little strange? A Chinese restaurant named Unlucky House. Wait,
come on. The people have to understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't you find it a little strange? A Chinese restaurant named Unlucky House? And the other guy goes, "No, this place is great. I see what your misfortune cookie says." It doesn't say that. It does.
No, this place is great. See what your misfortune cookie says.
I just said that.
You said, "I see."
Oh, okay, but still the misfortune cookie.
Of course.
Of course.
Misfortune instead of fortune.
My favorite, though, of all time is always been the Lockhorns.
Right,
oh, they are so funny. That old couple that's been together for years.
Okay.
Jimmy?
Oh, man, you're going to make me try to get through this one?
Yeah.
All right. In the, in this one, she walks in, and there's a crib, and there's a lump laying in it, and it looks like red stuff on the side, and she says, "Honey, what happened to the baby?" And he says, "I fucked it to death." What the fuck is wrong with you?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Need a couple of 100 million more. Then the Yankees will be in good shape. Yeah. 400 million. Come on, raise those caps.
Yeah, congratulations to the White Sox. Going to the World Series for the first time since 1959, I think.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Haven't won it since 1917. Never got any shit.
Yeah, why is that?
No, there's no curse. Nobody ever chanted their year.
Boston.
Because, you know what? They don't have a rival.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's some Midwest town where they're just like, oh, that would be mean.
Yeah, the Boston-New York thing is just... You don't match that rivalry anywhere else in the country. It's ridiculous.
But the closest city is like St. Louis as far as big market like baseball teams, I guess. And
I think the Cubs have like the Cardinals. That's their big rival. I'm trying to think what the Indians?
For the White Sox, yeah, I have no idea. Chicago's just a weird city.
Mm-hmm.
It's its own entity. It doesn't like get involved with any other cities really. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, huge and.
We go to war. There's no comments from them.
From Chicago?
Yeah, they're just
there.
One of the biggest cities in the country, and they just exist.
Yeah, we like to keep to ourselves. Up here, we just kind of keep to ourselves.
It's the only city that kind of flies under the radar. It's just huge and just big and just in the middle of nowhere.
That accent's fantastic, though. Where do they come up with that one?
We don't know much about Chicago.
They eat bratwurst.
Do they? I don't know.
And if you go to put ketchup on your brat, they flip the fuck out. I did that at a Bears game.
Why would you put ketchup on bratwurst?
I don't know. It looks like a hot dog. It's early in the morning.
Yeah, but isn't mustard a hot dog condiment?
I put put mustard and ketchup on it. I stand by it, and I won't get shit from some guy from Long Island.
Do you?
The fuck? I really thought you were going to go with me on that one.
Why
would you put ketchup on a brat?
I've always been against the ketchup on the hot dog thing. Ketchup is completely a burger thing.
All right, then evidently I was wrong.
I've done
trash a whole fucking city and you wouldn't go along. It's because I was late, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now you're on your own today.
Yeah. I should just stand behind you.
Good luck, Bill.
Fuck you and your premises.
Good luck. Good luck.
You just improv with yourself over there, Red.
Good luck.
I'm like taking it seriously. I was just let him go on it, and I'm like, no, ketchup isn't supposed to go there.
That doesn't make any sense.
I was about to stick up for you.
An improv ruining douchebag I am.
As far as the hot dogs go, if they're like boiled, mustard. If they're grilled on a grill, ketchup.
Ooh.
Why would you boil it?
Like you boil hot dogs.
Back in the old days, when Mom was working and supporting
when you get a hot dog
children,
off the street from one of these vendors, they're boiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they taste like shit. No one buys them on the street.
How do you...
No one buys them on the street. Well, if I may now interrupt you again...
I'm just mean like...
Street hot dogs are
nobody
very
halfway
tasty.
Intelligent buys it on the street.
All right, now I agree.
Very tasty hot dogs, a little sauerkraut, a little mustard.
Nuts for nuts. You ever seen that written on the side of the cart?
How's your hot dogs prepared?
The only time I ever have a hot dog is when I'm at like a football game, and they always grill up 15 of them, and they're like, hey, we got hot dogs.
Oh, okay,
Anybody want a hot dog? No, I want a burger.
When they're grilled, it's ketchup.
No one ever wants
wants the hot dogs. You end up eating one out of just to clear the grill. You end up eating one.
Now, I won't even do that. I'll get the burger, and then I'll even be the one. I don't care if there's like 3 slices of London broil, because sometimes there'll be the massive amounts of hot dogs, the burgers, and then like some London broil or some steak.
Somebody marinated.
Yeah, and I'm just loading up on that.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody. I'm a very important person.
Let's say hi to Dan in Chicago.
I need the good stuff.
Hey,
Dan.
guys, good morning.
What's up?
There's a huge rivalry here. Cubs and White Sox, guys. It's huge.
How is that huge,
Dude,
though?
how is it huge?
I mean, we got...
Come on. These guys hate each other more than any two teams possibly.
Yeah, but it's the same.
No, it isn't. Do you notice you're within the same city?
Yeah.
You guys are your own entity. That means the rest of the country doesn't. Another city doesn't give a fuck enough to hate you.
Yes, they do. Everybody does. But no, the thing is, these guys...
You didn't say anything there, sir.
...so much that if St. Louis gets in, the Cubs fans are going to be for St. Louis, even though that's their rival.
Are you saying, as we look at it here in New York, like a Mets-Yankees thing? But that's not a rivalry.
Nah.
That's like a big brother, little brother.
Well, now that we,
thing.
Play each other every year now, it makes it a little more exciting. But I wouldn't call it an all-out rivalry.
No.
We would rather hate the Red Sox before,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, whenever they do the top 10 rivalries in sports, I can't ever remember the White Sox-Cubs coming up.
Well, yeah, top of the radar.
It is. I'm telling you, this place, we have had so much coverage on the Cubs and how bad they suck for the years and years and years. But finally, the South Side is getting some recognition.
All right.
The baddest part of town?
The baddest.
All right, Dan, thank you.
Go Sox.
Go
Bye.
Sox. I'd like to see the White Sox.
I'd love to see it. 30-year-old song reference.
Not bad at all. All right, and then where are we going with this show? You want to talk about the shark thing really fast?
What's the shark thing?
Well, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to do a little scuba diving.
Uh-oh.
Stupid.
Hopefully,
Stupid.
Hopefully no fights will ensue.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out with Bill Burr yesterday. We were watching football with Ben.
You city guys.
Discussing getting to work on
You
time.
just call on the cell phone. Hey, meet me down at O'Leary's or something, and you go down and you watch the game or something like that.
It was a
we
cool
socialize
joint.
and we leave our homes.
God, that's got to be something.
It was a cool
it's a
joint.
city thing, though.
It was a cool place.
No. City thing. I live on Long Island. No, I'm like Raymond.
I don't want to do it. Too long.
Got my parents next door. I never hang out because you guys are here in the big metropolis, and I'm out in the suburbs.
Well, you should come in and hang with us. It was a good time. We had fun. And then I was telling Bill I'm going scuba diving, whatever, and that's when Bill goes, "What'd you say? I don't want to."
I think I just said that.
No,
I just started asking you questions.
No,
you
were,
already knew I was against it.
No, but you were freaked out because you're like,
not as long as you live under my roof. You were against it.
I know, right? It was really parental, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now, Opie, I don't approve of it.
But how did the conversation go? Because you go, I would never do that, and I said something like, why? And you're like, well, there's things in the water that are bigger than you.
Oh, that's why I don't go in the ocean.
Okay,
everything in there is bigger than you and can swim faster. It can kill you.
We're king shit out here on land,
Exactly.
in the air. We're the top of the food chain. Occasionally something gets screwed up and a lion grabs someone, but for the most part, top of the food chain will kick any animal's ass.
If you give us a gun.
Yeah.
Then we are.
A gun which we built and fashioned as a weapon. You know, sorry you don't have the opposable thumb, Shark, but
I wasn't trying to take any credit away from us. He started defending humans,
God.
which we fashioned.
We
came
did.
up with that. We didn't steal that from any other animals. That was 100% ours. We have documentation.
Right. God was very sharp when he limited the handout of the opposable thumb.
At what point do you think the first caveman realized when he looked out of the cave and saw shit flying around or running around, like, dude, I got to get a stick?
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
need something.
Something probably attacked him, and he's trying to, like, punch it, and it really wasn't panning out.
Yeah.
He might have lived through that and say, next time that happens, I'm going to carry this with me. A little club or something, or a big rock. And then you start pummeling, and then fast forward a little while, and nuclear weapons. I mean,
pointing at all your enemies.
Pretty big progression there.
Melting the polar ice caps.
Yeah.
So Bill doesn't like the ocean because, they're bigger and faster.
And we're not king shit down there. Once you leave the earth, the outside air, it's over, Johnny.
And I love the water, and when I'm in the water, I do feel like I could maybe handle myself. But now that I talked to Bill, I don't have a shot.
Dude, when
if
I go,
a shark is coming.
When I go to the beach and I look at all those people, or drive by the beach, I should say, all the
drive
people
by,
in the water, it's just, you know what that's like? That's like when you have a fish tank at home, you just tap the little bait right on top of the surface. That's what those fucking people are.
And they just come up and bloop, bloop, start picking off. Yeah.
God, that's a great way to look at it.
And I have absolutely no fucking sympathy. Unless your plane crashed or you're trying to, like, escape Cuba or something.
Right.
There's no reason to be swimming in the ocean.
So you don't go swimming at all? Not even quickly? Not even up to your waist?
I mean, you're also dealing with the fact, man, I think if I could get it some sort of a tan, I think I would, maybe I would look at the ocean a little bit better. But
yeah.
Nah.
How do you compare that to, walking around the streets of Manhattan?
What, going in the water?
Yeah.
Scuba diving?
Yeah, human going into the water with faster creatures and bigger creatures around.
White guy, uptown, weekend, 2 in.the, money hanging out of your pockets, just blurting out the N-word.
Dressed like...
You think it's that bad?
Yeah. Think it's that.
Think about it, dude. I mean, you're
White
basically...
guy that doesn't work out, money falling out of his pockets everywhere.
acting a little drunk.
Convicted of race crime, picture on the front of the Post.
That day, right.
Yeah, somehow eludes the authorities.
And that is equal to white guy just going into the ocean.
Acquitted of race crime that he clearly did. The rioting has already begun.
Right.
And you walk down there.
Yeah.
See? This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Right there.
Oh, man. Yep, that's it.
And that's equal to just jumping in the ocean for a little swim.
That's equal to being eaten alive while drowning.
Wow.
That's what happens. You think your mask isn't coming off when they start thrashing around?
So Bill goes, so just to move forward a little bit here, so Bill goes, you know, they're faster and they're bigger, you know, there's sharks in there basically. I go, and actually it was Lindsay. Lindsay goes, well, we already snorkeled with sharks. And Bill's eyes just went boing, like, what? What? So I tell the story, which seemed very normal to me, but then, you know, we discussed it all the way home, by the way, Bill, and damn it, I hate you now. I absolutely don't like Bill Burr.
There's all these sharks at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, yeah.
So they all jump in the thing, okay, and then immediately the sharks. What'd you say? Well, the sharks got curious.
Well, let me
started circling.
Let me back up because you had a good point about this too. The guy's kind of he's a little genius over there. Bill Burr is very, very smart. So we're going snorkeling.
Don't swim with sharks. I'm a brainiac now.
No, but you bring up good points. So you know. Hundreds and hundreds of people listening to this right now have snorkeled. You snorkeled, Anthony. So
yes,
I went on this snorkeling trip the last time we had vacation in the Bahamas, and you go to 2 locations and they drop you in. It's like, oh, look at all the pretty fish. It's like you're in a fish tank. See all the nice colors. The fish are maybe the biggest fish you see is as big as your fist. Tops.
They're all colorful and nice to look at.
Nice and. So we got 2 sights in us, and the third one was going way out in the ocean.
It's like the Nemo cartoon, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
All colorful and cute.
Comes to
life.
life.
The first 2 times. That's what they do. Yeah. They stick in these nice little things.
I forgot what you said, and I hope you remember because it was really good at the time.
And then they put you in the ocean. I said it's basically like you take a couple of self-defense classes, and then they drop you in Rikers.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Go ahead. Defend your asshole now, buddy.
That's it.
Hey, you did great in the dojo for a couple of days.
And
a couple of crescent kicks.
Right.
Get ready, kids. I look really stupid in less than 5 minutes here with what I said to Bill. So, yeah, you do the 2 cute little, snorkeling where you're in a fish tank, and then we go way out, and it's like, okay, it's time to snorkel with the sharks.
Oh, boy.
So they throw a line out.
Not even tanks, so if something goes bad, you could stay under there and maybe fight. Like sea hunt it out for a while.
Yeah. Find that one rock that you can hide behind.
Leagues under the sea.
Yeah, you could hide behind the rock. Remember? They used to do that. Hide and watch the sharks swim by. You're with a snorkel. Great. Your whole range of motion is 1.5 feet.
Right.
Even when you know what you're
drowning
doing. Jacques Cousteau's kid got eaten by a shark.
Right. Philippe. Young Philippe Cousteau.
Think that fucker wasn't in the water since he was 5?
Yeah, probably since he was an infant.
Probably one of the
he was probably
best
born
scuba
in the water.
divers. Do you know the word scuba? Do you know who invented the scuba tank?
Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques fucking Cousteau invented the fucking concept of bringing air down there with you, and all self-contained, and his son winds up getting eaten by a shark.
So we're in shark area now, and they throw a line out, a big rope, and you're there with all the fat tourists, so it's got to be safe, right? Everyone knows what they're doing, right? So they tell you to go into the water very softly. Do not make a splash. You know what that's about. That'll attract the shark.
Because you sound like a wounded fish. And
yeah.
See, if you make a splash, they might come up and eat you.
It picks up on their sonar.
He actually paid to do this.
Yeah.
And then they tell you to take off all your jewelry because that's very shiny in the water, and that could attract the sharks.
Yeah, it's like a lure. All of a sudden, you're just a big fishing lure that you've cast into the water a few times.
The captain of the boat was one of these "Yaman" type guys. You know?
It's all good,
it's
man.
all good, just smiling away. And his assistant, I forgot to tell you this, Bill, and I'm not lying, was maybe 14 years old.
Oh, yeah.
14 years old.
Yeah. Because whenever you go to those countries, there's so many, regulations and stuff.
Oh, safety is paramount.
Hold on, that's
down
what
there,
that's the punchline. That's what I'm getting at. So Yeah, and the 14-year-old they're just bringing him up in the business. You know, he's a kid, and eventually he'll be the captain because that's all they do down in these islands. That's all they could hope for, you know. And they're in paradise, and eventually you run one of these snorkeling boats, I guess. So it's time to go in, and we all carefully go in, except for the fucking people that don't listen again. And you know what happened last time when people didn't listen in my life.
Yeah.
The underwater scuba diving fight that I had a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't cause any problems on this particular trip, though, Anthony.
Had a fight with a Frenchman.
And that's a story for another time. So we all go in the water nice and softly, except for a few people that just kind of cannonballed into the water because they were too busy chatting when we were getting the important instructions. And then we all hold on to the rope. There's other people laughing at me because they've actually, dived with sharks. I understand that. So then you hold on to the rope and you throw your mask in the water, and you see, I guess they were reef sharks, 6 to 8 feet at the bottom. And what they do, Anthony, they put a feeding box down at the bottom of the water, like 40, 50 feet below.
A feeding box?
So the sharks are attracted to all the fish in this feeding box or whatever.
And don't they go into some sort of feeding frenzy?
Oh, yeah.
The feeding frenzy.
Yeah. So you see, and I'm not lying, man, 20 or 30 sharks easily. There's a lot of sharks. I'm like, holy crap, this is really cool. And I thought it was really cool until the sharks started slowly but surely circling up to the surface because now they're very curious.
Is curious the word?
They're very curious.
Don't they have brains that, pretty much are eating and making little sharks?
Yeah, they're eating machines.
Matt Hooper said.
Yeah, right. They're eating machines. All they do is give birth and eat.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think curiosity. I don't think the shark's going, what is that?
Yeah.
It's just,
hey guys, you want to investigate?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's look. No, in the shark mind, it's fuck that or eat that.
Right.
That's not curiosity.
Right. So I'm holding on to the rope, and now the sharks are slowly circling up to the surface, getting closer and closer. And according to Lindsay, who was on this trip with me, one shark was like less than 3 feet away from me, and my knees were up in my chest, like I was in the fetal position, holding on, because now you see the sharks like circling up. So now what you want to do is make yourself look as small as humanly possible. So what do? You kick up your knees as high up on your chest as possible.
What that basically means is smaller than the next fat tourist next to you.
Right. Be the smallest guy.
Of course. So and Lindsay thought that was funny until she looked down the line and saw everybody was doing the exact same thing. Now we're kind of freaked out because they're pretty damn close.
When those island guys that run these things saw Lindsay, they probably wanted to dress you in a seal costume and just throw you in the water like that with like raw meat hanging from you. No, this is the best you can possibly. It's the safest, man.
It's a nurse shark, man. They don't bite.
Let your girls stay up here on the boat for a while you go in the seal costume.
Are you sure this is okay?
Perfectly safe, man. Yeah.
Drive away and leave you like in open water.
All cumbersome in my seal outfit, jumping into the water, and the shark infested.
Oh, shark just pounds on you.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Before you're even dead, the boat's pulling away. Let me make sure you're okay, darling.
So, all of a sudden, the captain of the boat goes, we better all get back on the boat, meaning it's getting a little crazy out there.
A little crazy.
And he's like, take your time, don't make any splashes as you're leaving the water. Everyone is getting out of the water as fast as they can because they've had enough. Like, wow, this is a little crazy, right? So we all get back on the boat. Key to the story, about 100 yards, maybe 120 yards away, is another snorkeling boat just doing a little snorkel in the area. Have no idea that we're doing the shark thing right there, because I'm sure they're not telling them that.
Look at the puffer fish.
Oh, yeah, they're just looking at puffer fish and cute little Nemo. Hey, I just saw Nemo. So,
I'm going to feed him some crackers.
Right, exactly. So,
meanwhile, right next to him.
I'm not even kidding.
The Indianapolis sinking recreation.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Dude, unbelievable. Like, I know they're not telling this other boat, because you'd be freaked out if all of a sudden there's like, oh, by the way, over there, they're looking at sharks. You know what I mean? And you could tell by how they were swimming around the boat, they were just doing a regular snorkel. So, we all get on the boat, and then the captain's like, you guys might want to get your cameras out for this. And we all get our cameras out, and he goes, you want to see something really cool? We're like, yeah, of course. Everyone yells, yeah. So they start throwing, fish parts and chum into the water.
Oh, my God.
These these sharks just went into a complete feeding frenzy right off the side of the boat, jumping out of the water, grabbing pieces of... I got the pictures. I should bring them in, actually.
These other douchebags are like 20 yards away snorkeling.
Yes, snorkeling.
Yeah, about 100, maybe 120 yards away.
Is that red coral?
Right. So the sharks just losing their minds, just chomping away and just going at the food they're throwing in, right? So I tell Bill this whole story yesterday. He goes, why would you do this? And I'm like, well, my logic is that, they do this every day down there, so it's got to be safe.
Right.
That's the only thing I can come up with. But logically, that's when you do some of these crazy things in life, that's what kind of gets you through it. You're like, well, come on, if it was that unsafe, would they be doing it every day? The bungee cord jumping and the parachuting and all that. You got to think, okay, they do it every day. It's got to be safe on some level. And that's when Bill brought up that they don't have the same regulations as they have in America. He goes, you think you could do the same fucking thing in American water?
Yeah.
There'd be all sorts of rules, regulations.
And one of the first ones would be no chumming.
Right.
When you hit people 20 yards away,
sharks.
Exactly. There would be all sorts of laws and stuff that they would have in place. And I'm like, God, he's right. In these little stupid vacation little islands,
and when
they have their own rules. They don't have to answer to anybody.
When their entire economy depends on people doing this, do you think it's widely reported when bad things happen down there?
Oh, yeah, it's horrible for tourism.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm sure if you look it up, you'll find a lot of people getting eaten or just really fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, breaking their necks, doing that stupid parasail thing.
Right. Well, I did that too.
Oh, no, the parasailing? No, stop it. You won't catch me on that.
I did that.
No.
That was a little crazy.
You did that too?
Oh, yeah, I did the parasailing.
I could never do that. I would just be thinking of Jaws 2 when they had that underwater shot of the water ski.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No.
So I'll swim in a lake, man. That's it. I won't,
Lakes are scary.
They are scary.
Yeah, lakes are scary. They're dark,
because they don't give up their dead, remember?
Right, the cold water, the pirate down there.
That's right. They don't give up their dead.
Because of the cold water.
Well, yeah, they just don't float to the top.
Right down to Davy Jones' locker.
But Bill Burr brought up that good point. Like, they have their own little laws on these islands, and they don't have to listen to anybody. They just assume it's going to be okay,
Yeah.
They're like, we've been throwing chum in the water for years. One guy got bit, so we got good odds, so we'll continue doing it this way,
There are places you're relatively safe. Like, there's a whole safety, I don't know, you could probably graph it out on your daily activities.
That's called Europe.
When you're sitting at home, when you're driving, you're visiting relatives, like just everything. There's this like safety factor, the green zone, and then there's the red zone where things you do that is like, all right, this is definitely I'm taking my life into my hands to some degree, and I think diving with sharks is pretty far up
in the middle
there.
of a feeding frenzy,
right? As they're chumming in the water. That's probably up there in things that could get you really fucked up.
Well, Rob in Seneca Falls, and I've been on more than 100 dives, and even when we have encountered large 8+ foot sharks, they have no interest whatsoever in divers. Bubbles, tanks, 2 flippers, etc. scare the hell out of them just about every time you see them.
Never see a diver get eaten or a big chunk taken out of his leg. It's just never happened, right? Right? That guy, you've just been one of those lucky guys.
Well, when I've gone diving, every time just before we jump in the water, you always got some cowboy on the boat that's in charge of the dive going, and hopefully today we'll see a shark. And I'm sitting there like, well, hopefully we won't.
Just lose my mind.
I just want to go down like 75 feet or whatever, maybe a little more, and just hang out. That's what I like.
I want to see the fish. The only thing I want to see if I'm snorkeling is the fish that you can buy at Petland discount. Like those type of things. Oh, look, a neon. Oh, look, it's an angelfish. A kissing gourami. That's all I want to see. Nothing bigger than that.
Let's say hi to Jason in Arkansas. Jason!
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, man, my first and last open water dive took place down in Destin, Florida. We went about 5 miles off the coast. It was supposed to be a tugboat / a Jewfish dive. I had no idea what a Jewfish was. Guy said it was a grouper. I know what grouper look like. They're not that big.
Not?
We get...
Wait, groupers
No, I
are
mean, there's,
huge.
you know,
Some giant groupers.
Yeah, when they get really huge and older, I guess they call them Jewfish. Anyhow, we get down the line. There's a whole gang of us there, dive masters there and everything, and we get down and circle around the tugboat, and there presents the big 500-pound Jewfish. I mean, it's just fucking monstrous.
Is he saying
Got
Jew?
lips. The lips are so fucking huge on this fish that the only thing I could compare it to, and I have never seen it, would be Ben's hog just wrapped around the mouth of this fish, right? So we get down, the fucking fish, we get up close to it, all of us get up close to it, the fish singles my fat ass out, like, looking at me like, hey, what the fuck are you doing down here? And starts following me around the fucking tugboat. Not everybody else, just me. And I start to panic, and the fucking dive master comes up, looks at my rig, says, man, you need to go back up. You're expending too much air.
Yeah, he's sucking too much oxygen in.
Oh, my God. It panicked the shit out of me. This big 500. Now, I was 375 when we were doing this, and maybe the fish was a little intimidated. I don't know, like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I want to lay one into this guy or something. I don't know. But I started going back up, and that was it. Scared the shit out of me. Never been diving since.
And it's a Jewfish?
They call it a Jewfish.
Why?
It's a great big, I don't know. It's just a great, I guess when they get older and just gigantic, they call them Jewfish.
Huh.
Jewfish and grouper, the same thing.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
Just the horror, the terror of having to, like, punch a fish as he's coming at you to try to defend yourself in that environment.
It's not like a dog. A dog's just trying to bite you. This thing's trying to eat you.
Trying to eat you. Yeah. Oof, no.
No.
Sorry.
You feel the water around you getting warmer with the heat of your own entrails.
You can't even defend yourself because you can't see the fish through your own blood in the water.
Oh.
But he sees you perfectly. Fish vision.
And there's no way in the middle of that panic you're not thinking, why the fuck did I come down? There's no reason for me to be down here.
No, sheer panic.
It's great down there. I love it.
It's like a paradise. And other scuba
it's
cliches.
It's like a paradise.
You know what I like going down down south
oh my
when
God,
I go to
I'm not
Florida?
doing that.
I go to Florida and I like that they discontinued it, but the Captain Nemo's sub at Disney. Oh, you're in the sub. There are plastic fish on fishing line floating in the water.
Oh, they finally discontinued that?
Oh, it's that's the type of fish I want to see in that kind of
I
safe
actually went on
environment.
that like 10 years ago thinking it was going to be a cool ride because you're at Disney.
Doesn't it stink?
You're like, what the fuck is this? And then you see the people walking above you.
We're now descended to a depth. We're going down to a depth of 2,000 leagues under the sea.
And what they do is then they bring the sub, which never really goes underwater, under this waterfall,
right?
So that all the windows you look at get these massive bubbles.
You're not under the water at all?
No, the thing never goes underwater.
No, the boat itself, basically, it's like having the shitty cabin on like a cruise, where you're like literally under the water
Underwater,
line.
yeah. Your windows are under the water line, but the rest of the sub is above. It's not watertight. It's not, it's not a real submarine. You're on a track that keeps the sub at the same depth all the time.
Right.
All you have to do is look out, and you just look up, and you'll see that you're literally a foot under the water.
No matter how deep they say you were going, we're now 20,000 leagues under the sea, and they'll turn the lights down so it's darker, and they'll show like glow-in-the-dark fish on these tracks where they just swim in circles.
Right.
It was horrible.
Well, I was taken out of that game because after they said, we're 20,000 leagues under the sea or whatever, 2,000 leagues under the sea, you hear,
yeah.
You hear the muffled voices of kids above you walking by.
Yeah, it kind of takes you out of it.
takes you out of it.
Kind of ruins the illusion.
All right, I understand we weren't 2,000 leagues under the sea, but could we go down maybe a half a league?
20 feet, maybe?
Right, Jesus. Why don't you give us a little effort here?
Not even asking for a full league.
Right, how tough is it to make a 10-foot pond that you can maybe dip us into?
Plus, like, places like Six Flags and all of them just totally caught up with anything Disneyland had and just blew by them.
Yeah.
To the point they're killing people.
Yeah. Literally killing people with their rides.
All right.
Every time I go to Six Flags, something fucked up happens.
Yeah. I will never go on one ride over there.
Somebody's always stuck like 600 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
This ride is closed.
Yeah, the safety bar didn't work, and they flew out on a 90-degree turn at 60 miles an hour.
There's a big yellow tarp over their bodies, and like, okay, we're just going to use this side now.
And they put the happy, smiling, closed for maintenance, waving guy sign in front of the line. I don't think so.
As some poor worker is, hosing your remains down.
Put a mourning family with blood on them sitting
yeah.
there. This road's closed.
Some 5-year-old flew out of the teacup.
Yeah.
Paled on the Main Street sign.
Closed for maintenance.
Let's say hi to Jeff in Texas. Jeff?
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Oh, man, nothing. Just I got a little dive story for you guys. I was going to tell you about this damn Jewfish down here.
Okay.
And they are, in fact, they were called the Jewfish for a long time until, I guess, the Jews started screaming about it. Now they're called Goliath grouper.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, they are huge. And we were diving off of Port Aransas. And a friend of mine, we were down, I don't know, about 150 feet. And we're down there shooting amberjack and whatnot, and he gets sucked in. I don't know if you've ever seen a bass, like a tape of a bass, how they suck in the lure kind of thing. They just sucked in the diver, and this son of a bitch's fins were sticking out of this fish's mouth, and he's kicking, and the fish just spits him back out. And we go.
That's how big the fish was?
It's like the size of a freaking couch, man.
Yeah,
it's huge.
No, he's not kidding. Look, here's
man,
this is how big these things get, Bill. Look at this.
Pull up. Let me think of that. I can't remember that site.
No, we got a picture of whatever you call it, an oversized grouper there. It's at least 6'4".
Why are these pictures from like 1935?
I don't know.
Me and my adventurers were off the coast of Madagascar.
Well, they got
the
those
natives.
they got those groupers in that tank at Atlantis that are pretty big.
Yeah.
They're bigger than us.
They're crazy.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
All right, love the show, boys.
Cool. Could you imagine being sucked in and then the grouper has to, spit you out real fast?
Spit you out like
what I loved about that story
gravel.
is that Jewish people complained, stop calling it the Jewfish, and the shit got done. How are they so organized and like the American Indians can't stop us from doing like the tomahawk chop and like woo dress around?
I don't think we take the Indians seriously enough.
Redskins. They can't get that shit changed, but some fucking fish.
In
the middle of the ocean.
Don't want to offend the fish.
That's awful. You need to stop that. It's very offensive.
The Jewfish. The ATL would be calling you.
Then the shit's over.
All right.
ADL, JDL. Oof. I'm throwing out some wacky...
I bought it.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought into it. No problem.
All right. Confident.
Yeah.
I did. Ass.
Okay, we got lots of audio to get to. We're going to do Lawrence Taylor. He's got a video game out that's very controversial today.
Of course it is.
But he's getting the headlines. Also, we got bird flu teases. We have a story on New World Trade Center Museum. Oh, boy.
And that's why I got rat eyes today. Man, do I got rat eyes. I got hooked on another goddamn video game from going to the stupid...
Can we talk about it in a minute?
Electronics convention. Sure.
Could that be
our whole video game thing.
Could that be a little tease?
Certainly.
I'm just stopping you because I got to take a leak if that's all
right.
You
got to take a leak?
Yeah, I got a leak. And I want to listen to you very closely.
Righty right.
All right, good.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you've never seen it before?
Looks like a rock.
New from Sedentary Toys and the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh,
it's so shiny.
It's got corners.
It's the cool new toy that has everyone jumping for joy.
O&A Party Rock! It's not just any rock.
It's the O&A Party Rock. The O&A Party Rock is incredibly versatile. You can chuck it, you can fuck it, you can drop it in a bucket. You can race it, you can chase it, you can yell right in its face. It's the bestest friend you'll ever have.
O&A Party Rock!
Why is it wearing a party hat? Every Party Rock comes dressed in a colorful party hat and party blower, making it the centerpiece of any party. Now with shiny red dancing shoes. Not only that, the O&A Party Rock is it's a fucking rock, you dildo.
Na 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 na. So you were saying, Anthony?
Well, we went to the electronics convention over there at the Javits Center on Friday.
Oh, we got to say hi to everyone we met that.
Yes, indeed.
That day, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fans coming up and saying hi and saying they loved the show. There were a lot of people saying that, man, I love you guys. Hey, thanks. How long have you had XM? Well, I don't have it yet. Maybe this Christmas. It's still weird to hear that.
There's some people that just don't have it, haven't been listening to the show. Hopefully they've been downloading stuff.
Well, you got the Audible.com. That has all our shows.
That's right.
And other things. DirecTV starts soon for us. That's going to be huge.
It's another one.
And now I'm hearing we're going to be on XM Canada, so I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Yeah.
Talk with Elo, did you?
A little talk with Elo, yes. XM Canada is happening.
All right.
We're flying under the radar, and
we're there.
We should just keep it that way.
Try.
We try on a daily basis, Elo.
Yeah, so before we went over to the XM display to meet our fans, I went over to Microsoft. I was looking at some of the games. They had a great display over there, Microsoft. A lot of games playing on beautiful widescreen monitors that I have not been able to find. I want to get my hands on one of these things. How wide are those?
Is it like a letterbox?
It's widescreen, so it's not letterbox. The whole screen's taken up with a widescreen version of the game. A lot of these games now have an option to be played in widescreen. So you get a lot more of the game visually in front of you, which is, great for games. The more, the better. And it was Age of Empires 3. I've been playing Age of Empires. It's been a dated game for years, but it's still very entertaining. And 3 came out, and they just improved everything. The gameplay, the graphics are unbelievable. Now when you wreck a city, when you just pillage a city, the whole thing fucking comes apart like that. Like every building's blowing up. The graphics on the water, the ships, like everything's really like stunning detail. And the guy's showing me the whole game, and I was like, "This is great." He goes, I said, "When does it come out?" He said, "I think he said the 18th." So what? Tomorrow, right?
Okay.
What's the date?
Yeah, tomorrow's the 18th.
And so I go home, and I download the demo. I see the demo's available. Demos stink. Great for the gameplay. No save feature.
Well, what's up with the demo? You get to play a shortened version of the game or something?
No, you could play an entire game. You're limited to what civilizations you can play. So I was England, and I'm going against, like, Queen Isabella or something, and you got to build your armies up, build your population up, get resources, advance to the next civilization so more things are available to you, better weapons, better troops, upgrade the troops. Like, it's just a whole game of gathering enough resources to pay for the upgrade of the troops to go and kick the other team's ass. So, Bill, set up walls.
I was just going to interrupt. Bill, do you have time to play these type of video games?
I kind of dropped out. Grand Theft Auto was the last one I played. It just totally took over my life, and I just couldn't fucking do it anymore.
Yeah. These days, a game really has to be good for me to jump in and really have it take over my life for a while. And this one's always, done some damage to my time.
That's what's scary with these new video games. They're taking up a lot of time.
Yeah.
The old days, you played a little Miss Pac-Man or Asteroids. If you were good, you were playing for 15 or 20 minutes one game. Now that's like nothing in gaming.
You get bored.
That's like just turning on the system and getting everything set nice.
And I don't like just run and shoot. That's why I don't play console games. I don't like a lot of just run, shoot type gaming. I like the computers because you could really get some detail. I like micromanagement on these games. I like being in charge of everything. And but those are the games that take a long
over
time.
Here.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Building up his army, sending slave ships over to Africa.
Yeah, pretty much what I was doing.
I mean, they're basically teaching white people how to be like extra, evil.
This one, I was just taking over Indians. I was putting trade posts in their camps and then sending people over just to slaughter
Raping their
them.
women.
Yeah, just rape the women. You kill the men or enslave them. You can make them conscripts where they come over and now they're fighting for your side. That's wonderful. It's like real history.
Once again, the Indians not being able to step up and say something about that.
Not even in gaming.
You think if there was some sort of, Holocaust option, that there would be a problem with that?
Yeah. No, that would go right through.
It's awful. It's horrible.
Take this out of the game.
And have you taken care of that fish thing?
That damn Jewfish. And I really like this game, and I can't wait to get the full version. But playing the demo, these are usually epic, sweeping, epic games that take a long time to finish.
A month?
Sometimes. No, not that bad. It's not like one of those games that just go on forever. It could take you a good full day from start to victory in this. And there's no save feature in the demo. So I had to start and finish the game the whole way without stopping. And my eyes are killing. My eyes are going crazy.
How many hours was that?
Wow. Had to be 17.
It's hilarious. Could have flown to Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, could have. I chose not to.
Wait,
I chose
17?
to just play a video game.
17 straight hours?
Yeah. Like 17 straight hours.
That is nuts.
Of playing. No, it's
gaming. I feel guilty if I'm playing a game for 2 or 3 hours in a row.
I could pause the game, which was good, but it's still left up on the screen. You can't do anything else pretty much on your computer while it's paused. And you kind of, if you leave it paused too long, you're asking for trouble. You're going to come back, it'll freeze.
Right.
So, I could pause to take a leak or eat, but then you start right back up again.
17 hours.
Yeah.
Bill, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, he's doing
so
some
if you
math.
started at 8 in the morning, you would just keep playing until 1 in the morning the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep playing, keep going. Yeah. It really is a problem.
That would have been 17 hours, by the way.
Huh?
Wouldn't that be 17 hours?
Yeah,
Isn't what we said? We said 17 hours.
17?
Why am I thinking 18 hours? And look at me. I got
1 hour
on
more.
Bill. Watch what I know. Sorry.
17. That did include, pausing the game to
I was waiting for you to give me
some
shit to be
sushi.
like, so wait a minute, if I started at 9, then it'd be 2 in the morning.
Right.
I thought you were going to go that route.
Like, who cares in the end? You're right. I'm at zilch.
And
so,
it took quite a while to finish, but I'm digging the game.
Yeah.
It's great, and I can't wait till I can actually stop and save it and open up the other civilizations because I was just playing.
So the victory
England.
is when you're like the dictator, I guess.
Yeah, the game I was
enslaved.
playing. There's campaigns, so you can really you have to take over a large portion of the Europe or the Americas to win. This one is just a skirmish. It's you. Your team against some computer-driven, or online you can play against other people. And you have to defeat them. It's total defeat is the win. And they kept sending troops over. Could take days. Could take days depending on... There's options for... You can have an army of, 50, or actually a total population of 50, which would include your villagers that have to build things and your army to defend the village or go out on an attack. But you could jack this up to hundreds of soldiers and villagers that go out and try to take over this other country. And they just kept sending over... And I don't know how they do it. Well, it's the computer. So the computer's doing everything perfectly, time-wise. So every minute, another wave of their soldiers is coming over trying to wipe me out. Hitting the walls. I set up like towers so they shoot back at them at the entry points, at these choke points I made. Bunch of troops just at the choke points. So every time they would send an army, mine would just wipe them out. And then I'd have to make new soldiers for the ones that I got killed. And then another wave would come over. So I waited till one wave came over.
How did you make new soldiers? Did you rape more women?
Rape more women. No, there's barracks and stables to make the cavalry, and you got to create them. But you need like wood, food, gold, supplies, which your villagers have to go out and collect. If you don't have enough of that, you can't make anything.
Jesus
I thought you went into Latin American mode.
Yeah. And when the enemy comes over, they can kill your villagers who are mining for gold and things that you need. So all of a sudden your army runs out. Now you have no resources, no army, and you're called what's on the run. So they're sending soldiers. You have like 3 of these villagers left that can't do anything, running around the map, just trying to get enough time to build something that can make an army. And they find you and they hunt you down and try to kill you.
God.
But last night's strategy was to build ships that could take out their barracks because they had a lake and they kept the ships. They kept their barracks right by the lake. So I figured I'd get a couple of ships, send them over, blow the barracks up. The second the barracks is blown up, they can't make any more army. And then I sent everything I had over to their side, and it was a wonderful victory of death, destruction, screaming, and buildings and walls falling down. I like the new feature in this. The old feature, the people would just get hit and kind of drop and disappear. This one, they fly off the ground. They could bounce off rooftops. They have like a ragdoll thing where they end up in the water. So it's visually stunning. The deaths,
very nice,
wonderful. And then da 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 da, victorious flashes on the screen. And
17 hours
I won
later.
17 hours later.
Pat from Boston, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Ian, if you just waited another 48 hours, you could have played at your own leisure, you idiot.
Yeah, but I couldn't. You know, it's video gaming. There's no waiting. If the demo is there, you got to play it.
Remember in the beginning of the show, Ant said, I have problems. I think we all have problems. They're just different problems.
And then later on that night...
You can't sit around waiting for the game to come out if you have a version of it ready to go.
I had the demo. And I know the demos are very frustrating at the limitations, but I had to check it out to see what it was like because I saw it at the
And 17
convention.
hours is nothing. My brother has a roommate who has pretty much given up on just living his life. He lives his life enough to survive. He goes to work so he can pay his bills. He barely sleeps at this point. Gets home from work at, whatever, let's say 3 in the afternoon, and will play the rest of the night almost until he has to go to work again, online gaming. His life is online gaming. That is it. Comes home, closes his door, no one sees him. No one sees him. He'll run out every once in a while to like 7-Eleven to get some food, back into his room to play online gaming. That's all he does.
Goes in the bathroom, rubs one out real quick.
Yeah. Everything is really quick because it's all about getting back online and doing his online gaming.
I ordered sushi. They deliver it to the house. I didn't even leave. I order sushi, and I'm sitting there, pause the game, dip, eat, unpause, play as I'm chewing, pause.
But see, you got
get some edamame, shove that in my mouth.
But you got
protein.
But you got a life outside that. I'm talking this guy probably Monday through Friday plays 12 hours a day minimum, and you got to sleep and work in there. Remember that.
Yeah.
You know, he probably works 7 or 8 hour days, and he's got to sleep a few hours too.
Yeah.
And he's still probably averaging, maybe 10 to 12 hours a day on his gaming, and then weekends, forget about it. It's around the clock.
Mm-hmm.
From Friday after work all the way to Monday, it's just around the clock. And that's his life. He does nothing else. It'll be 100 degrees. I'll be visiting, my family and stuff. I'll go over to see my brother. And it's like one of these sick, beautiful summer days. Like, you just want to be outside the house. And he's in his room with the shades down, online gaming all day long. That's all he does. That's it. That's what his life is. That's what he wants out of his life.
Watched Intervention last night. That show Intervention.
Right.
And it was on a video game addict. This guy who was just completely insane. When he plays, they showed this look in his eyes he gets that's, you can only, that look is the same look that a hooker sees while she's being choked to death. It's the last thing she sees. This guy just looked like a lunatic.
Well, look at the games you're playing. You're basically wiping out civilizations. That's got to fuck with your head. Do you ever think at any point, like, what it would be like to really be that guy? Like, if you were a dictator, you had total power, how long do you think you could handle that power and not at some point command just some woman that she had to have sex with you? Some hot chick. You fucking rule the world.
Is that an option in the game?
No, I'm just saying, in real life.
In real life, if it was happening? I don't know what type of dictator I would make in real life. It's a lot easier in the video game because I like sometimes using diplomacy when that's an option in the game. Sometimes there's these diplomacy options where you're not at war, you're trading with another country. And you can sit there, but usually it's kind of an ulterior motive.
You never started to trade with them and then just nuke them?
Well, it's an ulterior motive because as you have this truce, I'm like Hitler. It's like, it's truce. I know I'm only supposed to build a defensive army, nothing, but I'm just building up the biggest assault army. And after a while you go, I'm gonna lob a shot over the wall and see what happens. And then
you can.
Then their diplomat comes over and you declare war, and you're just set up to just march over there and just do him in. Yeah.
Hey, let's say hi to Jim. Hey, Jim, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, Anthony, I wanted to let you know, you sound like you're concerned that the console games aren't very engaging and they don't take a long time. Well, there's a game coming out for 360 called Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and they're saying the game takes a minimum of about 300 to 400 hours to complete.
Jesus.
I understand that. I like... They'll never get to the point where you can have the amount of detail in a not never, whatever's going to happen, but right now you can't get the amount of detailed gameplay that you can get on a computer on a console game. It just doesn't happen. There's so many different, just the number of variables you can have in a computer game beats
what you can have in a console game, and I just like that better.
Well, I definitely agree with you now as far as the PS2 and the Xbox are concerned. But the 360, I had the opportunity to go to the E3 convention, and it's 3.3 gigahertz processors, so it's almost like having an 11 gigahertz processor. It's faster than any PC on the market.
Yeah, but they've said that too. They said that when the first Xbox came out, they said the graphics are going to blow away anything on computer, and it just wasn't the fact. The TV alone doesn't have the resolution of a monitor, and I'm not talking so much about processor speed or anything. It's just the options I have. There's so many games where, you need more inputs than the controller has, and you have an entire keyboard to work with, making hotkeys for things. I like PC versions a lot better.
Yeah, so you're not concerned with the depth, you're just concerned with the amount of options you can have.
Yeah, I like it. I like a game to be very complicated. I like it to take a while. I like a hard, strong learning curve.
Right.
All right, Jim, thank you.
All right. Yep.
Well, we got the audio of the latest game from LT. Good old LT's got a football video game out there.
LT just gave up, it seems like, trying to get any type of reputable image back, if he ever had one. Shit. No, it's all about
once
just
he did the
money.
wrestling, it was over.
Yeah, it's over. Once you do that, gone.
Well, his football video game is about hookers and drugs, and you could get your guys bigger by using steroids.
It's no Madden. Yeah,
it's no Madden.
It's no Madden where it's like
the teams. When he went on TV and they were saying like, what were some of the crazy things you would do? He goes, well, there was a star running back on another team. And you didn't want to chase him all the next day. Saturday night, you'd try to find out what kind of women he likes, and you send like 3 call girls over there to knock on his door and fuck his brains out all night. What kills me is people were appalled that someone would do that. Like, what? What are you doing? These athletes fuck women?
Well, Bill, let me tell you something.
They do drugs and they take advantage of their position of power?
It is an option in his video game.
Oh, it is?
It is an option to send hookers to the opposing team members. In this football video game.
Yeah, let's listen to the news story.
Check this out. LT, one of the greatest football players in New York history, linebacker for the Giants, has lent his name and his likeness to Blitz the League. Now, this is a new video game. Former Giants bad boy, LT. This game features drug taking, prostitutes, performance enhancers. Lawrence, what is going on? Would you want your kids playing that game? It's marketed to adults, so I shouldn't say that about kids. But
right, and he's saying these are things that really go on. And, in fact, the NFL does not seem to have anything to do with it. No team emblems or jerseys or stadiums appear on it, and no other NFL players. But it's something that Lawrence is doing with this Lawrence Taylor's doing with this manufacturer. But anyway, they're not mentioning NFL, they're just using the word league, so you know what league they're talking about.
Would you want the children playing this game? Enough with the children crap. Bring it all on.
People don't understand how many adults play these games, want adult material in the game. Has nothing to do with the children, but we all got to sit there and play tamed-down games. Because of the children.
Yeah. And if any of us could run a 440 and were that strong, we would all be indulging in the same activity.
Is this true? I guess they're kind of taking little liberties with some actual history. That you can rip off Joe Theismann's leg and beat the other players with it.
That would be a great option.
True?
Can you imagine?
Just rip his little snapped gam off and start beating other players with it. A game player can talk trash, hollering your ass is mine, just as the ball is snapped. Wow, risque. Broken bones, torn ligaments are shown on an X-ray screen, after which the game player must decide whether to send injured gritters to the hospital or treat them with painkillers and put them back out onto the field.
Wow. I want to play this game now.
I want to play it, yeah.
I so want to play this game now.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Video game company chose the Hall of Famer linebacker that's his credit now. Chose the Hall of Fame linebacker and deadbeat dad to be the voice behind Quentin Sands. That's the character.
They could have gone with Freebaser.
Yeah.
Freebaser. No, deadbeat dad. That's great. It takes a video game player on a tour of the dark and seedy side of professional football.
You gotta love it.
That'll sell.
I want more of these games.
That was like that show that they had on ESPN, and the NFL wanted to take it off. What the hell was that show?
Yeah. Where they showed the underbelly of football a little bit, where they were doing the drugs.
Nothing like this.
Right, and what the hell was the name of that show?
I don't know.
They took it off because the show stunk. Playmakers?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben, from The Office. Yes. Okay, we have a clip from that intervention show about the video game addict.
Yeah, this guy was just crazed.
Just gotta wait for it to do what it does over here. Okay.
I was playing Shinobi. The final boss took me 8 hours to get to him, and when I finally killed him, like, my heart wanted to explode. To relive that moment, it would be something to the tune of, "Yeah! Take that, you That's right!" And it was better than my first kiss.
So what's wrong with that?
This guy really enjoys his gaming.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they were saying...
I've had that same excitement playing video games.
Absolutely.
When you finally get past something that you couldn't get past for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Or you stand up pointing at the TV.
Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you!
Yep. They were talking to one of the shrinks that were there at his intervention when they finally did it. And the shrink is telling his family that video gaming is really bad if the person playing starts living that life more than their normal life, and they start actually seeing the characters that they're playing on screen as the way they are. And he's sitting there, they show him playing with a crazed look, and he's like, "I am Max Payne. I am a man on a mission." Like, he's talking and saying this stuff.
But is he playing it up for the camera?
That's what I was thinking. You know, we're all jaded because we see how
Danny
these stupid
Bonaduce
things work.
I call it doing a Danny
phony,
Bonaduce. Yeah.
A little over-the-topness.
A little over-the-top, knowing you're being filmed.
He might have been doing that, but that look in his eyes just showed me he really, really was a crazy guy.
Everyone else is buying into the Danny Bonaduce show. The guy is obviously very, very smart. We had him on the show. We love the guy. Absolutely love the guy, but he's so playing up.
When he's in that shrink's office and his, like, steroided out biceps, just you see the veins pumping, and he's kind of leaning over, yelling at the psychiatrist, and his wife is almost looking like she's holding him back, and the shrink is just sulking back in his chair, slinking back, and it's kind of scary. Do you think that's, like, put on? Because he looked like he was going to hit him. He says, you know, my wife is fine when we're out, office. And then we come in here, and you start talking, and she fucking hates me, and he looked like he wanted to lean over and kill the guy.
Anyone else get the impression that the shrink needs a shrink?
Yeah, he's a little off.
He's got his
he
own
is a little
problem.
off.
He's got his own
Anytime your shrink has, like, plastic surgery, I mean, like, how well adjusted is he?
Yeah.
He's got a facelift and Botox. It's like, you want to tell me some of your fucking issues before
Maybe
I delve into my
self-image
childhood?
problems are a little off.
His hair is highlighted.
I don't believe in that shrink crap. Have you ever been to a shrink?
Yeah.
You have? Do you believe in it?
The work or anything?
No, you know what it does? It becomes more of a tour. Like, before you go there, you're in, like, this ignorant bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Some broad I was dating was like, you know what, you really fucked up. You need to go talk to somebody. And I knew on some level she was right. So I go down and talk to him, and all you do is just figure out your patterns. Oh, yeah, and then you just become completely aware of the fucked up shit you're doing as you continue to do it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, this is why I'm doing this. And it's like you're a robot, and you can't stop doing it. So.
But why is he the expert? Why is he the expert? Some guy you just pay whatever for an hour every once in a while. Like, all of a sudden he's an expert on your life because he sees you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's the same feeling you have when you take an acting class, and the person teaching the class, it's like, okay, you're not making $20 million a movie.
Yeah, so why am I listening to you?
Yeah, and you're going to tell me how to book an audition?
Right.
I think it's it's just about talking to an outside party. It's one of those things you can't sit there with any of your friends and talk about everything that's, like, bothering you. So it gives you this outside party that you can talk to, and hopefully through this talking, it gets all the shit out of you.
I get bored with my friends and family just always agreeing with me. It's like,
yeah. Hey, that check didn't come the other week. You going to send that out? Yeah, you really want to hear my shit, don't you?
I went to a psychologist. Wasn't even like a psychiatrist, like some counselor guy. Back when I guess I was about 22, and I started getting like anxiety. All of a sudden, I'd be like just freaking out with anxiety, just feeling anxious, not knowing where it's coming from. So I wanted to, figure it out. And there was no internet to just look it up. Right. So I go to this guy, and he's like, "Well, you just need to learn these relaxation techniques. Here, lay down, and we'll put this like sensors on your jawline." And then to hook it up to this, which amounted to a video game, you had to keep this balloon in a certain area through relaxing your muscles. And I was sitting there going, all right, that kind of sounds cool, if you could learn these relaxation techniques. But I noticed if you clenched your jaw, the balloon went up. If you relaxed your jaw, it went down. So I'm winging this thing through an obstacle course, just using tricks. Yeah. Not being relaxed. I'm using my jawbone as a controller for a game. And he's like, "Oh, that's good. And I'm like, "No, it's not. This guy doesn't know shit."
Oh, it's terrible.
Getting no answers. I didn't even want it. I just wanted to know what it was. I didn't even want to know how do you fix it, how do you do that. Just what the fuck is this?
The person I went to, they just kept asking me questions. And then they just let me talk, and then I never really learned anything I did. Well, why would you worry? This old Jewish lady that's...
Oh, great.
Really? Well, why would you blah, blah, blah? And then I'm fucking talking, okay, we're out of time.
That's what the problem is. That's what I have a problem with. All of a sudden, you're out of time because someone else is waiting in the waiting room for their stupid hour.
Well, I really think... All right, I'm going to tell you now the real problem. Okay, next time you come in... but I was at a breakthrough.
Right. Let's say hi to Brian. Brian, what's up?
Hey, I think what those guys do, number one, they've got a degree in the whole psychiatry thing, so that's why they can tell you what's wrong with you. But I think that people in general have kind of patterns they live by. So, even though everybody's a little bit different, when they kind of listen to what your story is, they kind of can tell based on the patterns of other people what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I guess that's what Bill was getting at there. All right.
Right.
I personally don't get it, but if it's helping people out there, great. Have fun.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Brian. We got Danny Bonaduce audio. Did you watch the show where he cut his wrist?
No, saw clips. I saw a clip show. I watched that Soup on Friday, and they replay it on Sunday.
Talk Soup has made a huge comeback.
It's just called The Soup now.
Yeah.
And the host is, I doing the guy a grave disservice by not remembering his name. Haley, I think his last name is, or McHale, or
I don't know. He does a good job.
He does a really good job. Very funny, sarcastic, and it went from being Talk Soup, which was just talk show clips back in the olden days when all they had were a bunch of talk shows on TV, to now they just take on all subjects: reality shows, the news shows, and talk shows.
Right.
And it's really good. They get all the funniest clips and just goof on them.
Speaking of funny clips, we brought to everyone's attention on Friday. Remember the reporter on the Today Show in the canoe?
Joel McHale? There you go. What? I got it, Dan, before you even showed me the paper.
What was that?
That's the host, Joel McHale.
Oh, okay. Remember we called that reporter out on Friday on the Today Show? Actually, the Today Show had fun with it as well.
That was a big story over the weekend.
It was a huge story in the paper. We brought it to everyone immediately.
Yeah, the canoe.
You weren't here, Bill.
Oh, what happened?
We had a lot of rain for a week to 10 days straight, so they went down to Jersey where there's some bad flooding, and there's real bad flooding. But this lady chose to find an area that wasn't that bad, I guess. So she got in a canoe and made it look like this is the only way to get around. So she's
canoeing in the street.
She's in a canoe, canoeing as she's doing her report, right? And just as she starts her report, she's only 2 seconds into it, two workers walk by
between the camera and the canoe
to show that the water is barely up to their ankles, and walked right through the shot. And
I guess, God, that's hilarious.
And instead of trying to cover up, I found out, because we only could see the video. We can't listen to the audio, obviously, when we're doing the radio show. But I guess Matt Lauer and Katie really made fun of the reporter.
Talked about how...
instead of trying to cover it up.
How two holy men must have walked by walking on water, which is pretty funny.
But we saw it live when it was going down, so we talked about this on Friday. And then the newspapers over the weekend had a whole story about it, like how she got caught and stuff. And, she was making believe that she was, canoeing in deep water, and it was nothing. So, whatever. Where were we? The Danny Bonaduce clips?
Yeah.
Of him cutting his wrist? What do you think about that whole cutting the wrist thing?
Well, I heard you talking about it. On
the way out on Friday?
On the way out.
I don't believe it's an actual suicide
You think
attempt.
it's the cry for help?
Yeah, it's definitely just a cry for help.
ratings.
Unless
I can't stand addicts. I used to live with one. They're just fucking the most selfish, weak-minded fucking pussies on the planet.
That's how I see it.
I'm sick of them.
That is how I see it.
And they always surround themselves with people who want to help. And they just do the most fucked up shit, and then they just call themselves out on it first. No, I'm a loser. I'm an asshole. And then they surround themselves with people going like, no, people love you. Don't kill yourself.
Good.
Well, and then they get all the attention they were looking for, you know? That's what I think.
They need tough love. Kill yourself. Jump out the window.
It's a disease, man.
You know, we're getting into an area that, I don't know. The whole alcohol is a disease thing. I have a tough time believing. I'm sorry.
It's called willpower.
They have the Danny.
Stop.
Danny Bonaduce, you know, was explaining, I think, to his kids or his wife or whatever in this latest episode, saying that, you know, Daddy's got to go to rehab because alcohol is a disease. And I'm like, I don't know.
Think if someone with cancer could stop drinking from the bottle of cancer,
right?
And it would be cured.
That's the obvious thing I was going to say. Yeah,
how fast would you throw away the bottle of AIDS?
If you knew this is what was. This is
you know?
This is what was causing
one more shot. I can't get off the stuff.
You have a
can't get off the AIDS.
The AIDS.
You have a cancer-ridden body, but someone's saying just put down the cancer bottle and you'll be fine.
And you're cured.
But you can't do that with a real disease. So I don't know. I don't know why they're taking this angle that it's a disease.
And the overeaters and the bulimia.
I'm sure there's something else going on with your mind psychologically and stuff that is causing you this. But to actually call it a disease, I think, is an insult to people that have real diseases that they cannot stop it.
There's some kind of mental thing.
It's called being a pussy.
You're just lumping it under a pussy.
I'm going John Wayne on this one.
All right. Bill, here it is. Where'd you find the clip? Oh, we're all over the ball field here today. I understand that, but that's what we do on this program. That's what we're talking about. There she is in the canoe
behind them.
Can we get this up on our website? Because we talked about it on Friday. But look, those workers are just walking by.
So they deliberately walked through to fuck her.
Oh,
they had to. That's wonderful.
I have no idea, but she just, she's trying to be all dramatic and give us that little twist of fear, and she got caught bad.
Yeah, before they walked in, that could have been 20 feet of water.
Steve, you want to throw that on the website? A lot of people want to check that out from Friday. Oh, you got it up there? Okay, cool. Go to opieandanthony.com. So I know that's controversial, but you know people get really pissed off when you try to say I don't think it's a disease. Personally, I don't think it's a disease.
I see it as something bad for these people.
Here's Jason in Philly. He's going to yell at us.
Psycho thing.
Jason, go ahead.
Hey, Opie, how you doing?
All right. I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you my opinion. That's all, sir.
Well, you said about the cancer sticking or the cancer, they would get rid of the cancer. People still smoke every day.
Yeah, they're called pussies.
Yeah,
right.
That's not what
Put
you
the
said.
cigarette down.
Put the cigarettes down, but they still smoke every day.
I like the guys that have the cancer or the heart problems, and they're still smoking.
Yeah,
like
and eating
what
and
more?
And all that other stuff.
What more has to happen?
I could say you're addicted to it.
Yeah,
but then it's a disease.
Not a disease. You're addicted to it. Right.
Yeah, alcoholism is a disease because it's been proven it's a disease.
No,
I mean, my mom had it her whole life. My dad had it his whole life.
I don't know, man. I think that's a cop out. I believe I believe you can be addicted to stuff, and it's tough to get out of that pattern. But to call it a disease.
What about the raging alcoholic drunk that just one day on his own, without the 12 steps, without religion, just goes, you know something? I am fucking my life up, fucking my family up. How about I just throw away the alcohol? And they do it, and it works.
Know what they would say to you?
What?
You didn't have the disease.
Yeah, but I went back. I did it, and I went back to it.
All right.
Well, that's being weak.
Jason, you're a weak person.
It's being weak.
No, I never said I was strong.
Jason, I know this is controversial. I just don't buy the disease angle. I just don't.
No one trying to quit smoking puts that cigarette in their mouth, lights it, and then 2 seconds later goes, holy shit, I'm smoking! You know, it's this conscious decision to take the cigarette out of the box, put it in your mouth, light it, and if you're trying to quit during that entire process, you're thinking,
man, I really shouldn't be doing this. I want to quit smoking. And you're lighting it up. No one's holding it there. No one's lighting it for you while you're pinned down.
And then it's kind of a cop-out. Mommy has a disease. That's why she's, slamming back shots in the kitchen as she cooks.
It's a new propaganda angle.
Yeah.
Put on it. It's not a disease. How many raging alcoholics are flipping out, gripping their steering wheel right now as they listen to this shit?
Right. It's a disease. It's got to be, please. If it's not, I'm really fucked.
Here's Danny Bonaduce talking about it as a disease.
So, just so you know, because I've always been square with you about this in the past, that nothing new and or terrible has occurred. You can just, feel when it's coming back. And, you can drink like a gentleman for so long till something bad happens. And I decided not to wait. What do you think?
I guess so. Why can't I go with you? Because I just can't. I've got to do something for grown-ups, not little boys. I go with you. No, Mommy, next time. Okay?
Are we okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm sorry about this.
It's not your fault.
See
I'm
that?
afraid it is, my dear.
Thank you, Danny, for saying I'm afraid it is.
Afraid it is.
Yeah, because you're not held accountable. You got to be held accountable for the shit you do in your life. Because if you fail, at rehab and you can't, you can't cure this disease, you can at least tell people around you, the people that love you, that you're disappointing. I tried, but it's a disease. I did my best, but the disease got to me.
Then people automatically surround them, go, "Well, we're here for you," and blah blah. The master manipulators.
When are people going to be accountable for what they do in their lives? I don't get it.
Who wouldn't want to walk around hammered all day?
I would love to.
It'd be fucking great.
Wouldn't that be great? Just
every
drunk
day,
off
just
your ass
boozing
every
it up,
day.
and people just sweeping up after you.
No hangover because you just keep getting drunk. Sure, why not?
I love this.
Yeah, any problem you cause, your loved ones are there. We're there for you because you have a disease, cleaning up your messes. Yeah.
Steve in North Dakota, what's up?
South Dakota.
It said ND, bro. I'm sorry.
I'll let it slide.
All right, what's
You're
up?
diseased. Hey, I'm a raging alcoholic. It's no damn disease.
Why? Because you choose to be a raging alcoholic?
Well, no, I'm still a raging alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in over 8 years, but it's just having your head all fucked up is all it is.
It's something that's fun. People enjoy it, and you get selfish and don't want to give it up because it's so much fun to do.
Leukemia.
Yeah.
That's
there
a disease.
That's a disease.
Let's go all the way out to
You
Cape
can't go
Cod.
to a 12-step program to get rid of leukemia.
No one gets pissed if you spill your chemo on somebody. They don't go, hey, motherfucker. You're in a bar, you're all drunk, someone spills their beer on you when they're all drunk. You're like, you motherfucker, watch where you're going.
I can't help it. It's a disease.
That's it. If your dialysis tube breaks and your blood spurts all over someone, they're not going, hey, I'm walking here. I'm so sorry.
Your feeding tube springs a leak and you're squirting people in the face.
Maybe if your colostomy bag broke and got on someone on the subway. I could see him getting pissed, but not for the same reason.
Let's go to Cape Cod. Ryan.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Ryan.
Love you guys.
All right.
I'm a big opponent, actually, of the 12-step programs. Having been in them a few times, the number one precedence is that you are powerless over your disease, and I just didn't buy into that. And surprisingly, I can still have a drink or two and call it quits today. So it is possible to get over it with willpower and a strong mind. I don't necessarily see disease, except in certain extreme circumstances where the body really does shut down. But I just don't see the cop-out of disease thing. It's a willpower and a state of mind.
It just seems like it's more of a cop-out than anything. I don't know anything about the program, so I'm not going to trash those guys. I know they're doing a great service to many, many people, but
it works for some people.
But the problem I have is calling it a disease. I just don't get that part of it at all.
Yeah, I actually agree with you completely.
I saw in Penn and Teller's Bullshit, they did a whole thing on this, and I saw that the success rate for people that go into the 12-step program is exactly the same percentage-wise as people that have just decided to stop and really stuck with it through willpower and just stopped drinking. Same exact percentage.
Let's go to Mike in Yonkers. He says it is a disease. Mike.
All right.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yo, we are not responsible for addiction. We're responsible for the recovery. It's a disease. It's not an excuse. You see what I'm saying?
How is it a disease?
It's a disease. The disease is not the alcohol. It's the fact that they can't stop drinking. When you take that first drink, then you're powerless.
Yeah, that's no willpower. That's not a disease.
Exactly. No, it is. When your body physically needs it. Now, here's the thing. It is our
addiction.
I'm on my way to rehab. It is our choice not to pick up that first drink. So it is not an excuse. I am not defending that. It's an excuse. A lot of people will use it as an excuse, but it's not.
When you have that first drink and you know you fucked up, didn't you know before you put it in your mouth that this was going to be bad?
Exactly.
But why then? Why did you have it? What goes on in your mind that actually keeps you from stopping drinking that shot?
That's where I need the willpower myself.
That's willpower. It's not disease.
Yeah, nobody's
it's
addicted
willpower.
to cancer.
Yeah, no one could go, geez, if I could just stop with the cancer, but
if
I can. I love it. It's enjoyable.
It's a disease, and I'm addicted to it.
And how else am I going to get laid?
Exactly. You're right. I'm not saying it's an excuse. It's definitely not an excuse. And that 3% that Penn and Teller said,
yeah,
that's for people that go to the rooms and decide to stop going to meetings. It's like if you're diabetic and you take your insulin, you're going to be all right. But if you decide to stop taking your insulin, you're going to die.
This guy's been brainwashed. He's like Tom Cruise talking about Scientology.
Right. All right, Mike. Thank you. Hey, I don't know shit. I'm just saying. I don't really get it myself. So, hey, Danny Bonaduce cutting his wrist. So this is the other thing I want. I don't think cutting of the wrist is actually a suicide attempt.
Wow.
Which way did it go? Vertical or horizontal?
Well, if you go vertical would be up
that's
up
when
the arm.
You're really trying to kill yourself.
Yeah, up the arm, I would say you're trying to kill yourself. Oh yeah. Oof. Anything you do and then you just sit there and think about it, I don't know.
Like they say pills are really a cry for help. Because a lot of people that take pills usually wind up calling somebody and saying, I took a bunch of pills, and then you're off to the hospital.
And you have
stomach,
enough.
They're fine.
And there is that time.
Enough time. It takes a while, unless
time.
depending on what pills you're taking and how many you're taking. But most of the time it's...
Plus, wasn't there a camera crew sitting there as he's cutting his wrist? I mean...
I don't know. I don't know how it went down, but... he's fucking up this reality TV for everybody because now it's like, extreme. It's extreme. It's extreme stuff, and anyone else pitching a show, they're going to be like, yeah, whatever. Did you see what Danny was doing for 8 weeks on VH1?
Mm-hmm.
Here's him cutting his wrist or explaining it, which is pretty cool, I think.
She comes home at 3 in the morning and tells me she wants a divorce because I've gotten so mad about the strippers. Wow. So I say I can't live without you. And she said, well, you have to. So I cut my wrist.
Oh, here comes the crazy
and I'm bleeding. And it doesn't work out well, so I cut it again. It's just not bleeding enough. And I say, you see...
Jesus.
It's not bleeding.
I wish VH1 had the balls to play the Benny Hill music right there. Instead of...
Put it in fast motion.
VH1, I don't think this is dramatic enough. Go get the dramatic music.
And I'm bleeding. And it doesn't work out well, so I cut it again. It's just not bleeding enough. And I say, you see, here's the little one. So I say, I would die without you, so don't divorce me, I'll die. And she says, I'm divorcing you. So this one I cut a little more serious. Well, I nick a little something. You can see this bump right here. You're a doctor, you probably know. It starts shooting blood for a little, it's not that bad. It's certainly worse than that one. But it's bleeding an unreasonable amount. So she flips out and is going to call, I'm assuming, an ambulance and dials 911. Well, 911's the cops. 911's not an ambulance. So I take the phone and I hang it up and I smash it on the ground. Well, the cops show up anyway, and I'm shooting blood. They put me in handcuffs, and they take me to the psych ward. So anyway, so that was kind of fun. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other parts.
This is so ridiculous. Why don't you straighten up and stop,
he's
being an asshole, and then you just, fucking...
He's great, because he's doing exactly what these reality shows are looking for, just a train wreck, you know? And then you got the therapist there. He's never had this situation in his stupid L.A. office before, And he doesn't
that therapist probably has a headshot. Have you seen his face?
Yeah,
the way it's all
exactly.
pulled back?
He's like a TV therapist, basically. And he's just sitting there, I guarantee that therapist has more problems than Danny Bonaduce. Guarantee it.
Drew from Houston says people choose to keep smoking and end up with lung cancer. Lung cancer is definitely considered a disease. Yeah, and people that drink end up with, like, cirrhosis of the liver.
That's a disease. That's a disease.
Brought on by your selfishness and lack of willpower.
Yeah.
Now you have that.
Well, everyone's
the end result is
right.
You end up with a disease.
Yeah.
We have...
you don't, like, die from drinking because of the fun that you're having while you're drunk. For the most part.
Guys, here it is. Ready? Matt, California. Not a disease. Joel from New Jersey. Is a disease. Matt from Ohio. I had cancer and I was an alkie. Jim from Alabama. It's all bullshit. Oscar. It is a disease. Frank from California. I'm a recovering addict. Bob from Philly. I'm 48 days out of rehab. There is evidence it is a disease. Happy from Wisconsin. Alcohol, not a disease. Shane from Montana, not a disease.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to go to?
It doesn't matter.
I think we have stirred up some controversy today. All right, let's go to Bob.
Let's go to the guy with the reference.
Bob in
48
Philly?
days rehab.
Hey, boys. How you doing?
Hey,
What's up, Bob? How are you?
All right. Listen, I struggle with the same thing, man. Is it a disease? Is it not a disease? But see, the alcohol and the drug abuse is actually a symptom of the disease. It's not the disease. The disease is obsession and compulsion, which is actually a clinical disease. It's chemicals in the brain that are released, that make you obsessed and compulsive about getting your drug of choice, your alcohol and such. But see, I still have trouble believing that too, because I'm like you. I'm like, well, just don't pick up, don't use, don't drink.
Yep.
But, they're throwing evidence out there saying, it is a disease. So I'm struggling with it right now.
All right, well, good luck to you, Bob.
Hey, have a good day.
All right.
Hey, you too.
All right. Well, enough. I mean, whatever. That's just our opinions on that. I got the two clips of Danny and his wife in the therapist's office.
Uh-huh.
Where you were saying, like...
Oh, yeah. He looked like he wanted to kill the shrink.
This is great. Listen to this clip. This is where Danny demands that Gretchen tell the doctor she loves him. Yeah, this will help in a relationship when you're having problems.
Yeah.
Are you in love with me? Please look at the doctor and say, I am in love with my husband. I know it from the bottom of my heart. I'm in love with my husband.
I think I'm at a place where I can begin to feel that again.
Wait. So
Danny,
you're not
please stop
But
this.
you told me this way. This is going to get bad now. Howard. Gretchen?
Yes?
I'm in love with you. And that's all. There's no but. There's no couch. There's no if she'd sleep with me. It's painful that you won't sleep with me. So what? I'm in love with you. Never sleep with me again. I'm in love with you. I hate it that you have a staff of thousands, yet tell me you have no time for me. Keep them and have no time for me. I'm in love with you. You treat me terribly. And I'll stay in love with you. I can't help it. It's like breathing. You're everything to me. Could you look at the doctor and say, I'm sure I'm in love with my husband?
Can you?
Yes or no? Are you in love with me?
I am sure that I am at a spot where I can, because now that everything has come apart.
You promised me. You said you would tell the doctor, I am in love with my husband.
Danny.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
She's so trying to get you to care with that music in the background.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just going to go, he's treated you like shit. He fucked around on you. No, I don't love you.
Right.
You've treated me terribly. He's out there just fucking
strippers and
fighting with trannies.
And then saying it's a sex addiction.
Steroids.
I have a disease.
All right,
yeah.
Here's Danny.
I like to fuck whores.
Here's Danny flipping out on the doctor. This is the clip you were talking about?
Yeah.
It didn't work out for me the way I hoped. I hoped it would work out better than this. Let's see you, Doc. You know what, though? The whole deconstructing the house, good job. You're f***ing with my house now. I'm digging you less every second.
Digging you less.
Cool world.
Damn it, Gary. Damn it, Gary.
Danny. Lenny. This has to happen for us to start over. Okay? It has to. It's not healthy what's been going on for both of us.
No, it's not. And that's when you try and take away your love again. Are you doing something to my wife that is making her behave differently than she does outside your door? Is there some voodoo that you do that makes a woman outside that door be desperately in love with me and not right there?
I wish I could take responsibility.
Is there something you're doing? What the is happening around here?
Please stop, okay?
Yeah, know what it is? Like, she has protection in the office.
Right.
You know, because they're at their home by themselves. Yes, Danny, I
you
love
me.
Yes.
If she started going, I'm at a place right now, boom, right in the face.
Right. Yeah, of course, when they're at home alone, she's going to be saying
that.
She's scared
Not
shitless.
stupid.
The guy's got scars and bandages on his wrist, and he's asking her, do you still love me? Of course she's going to say yes.
Steroid needle in his shoulder blade.
But in the office, she feels a little bit protected, you know?
How easy is it to write scary music, too, with a Casio? You just need 2 notes, and you just keep going back between... Yeah, just really slowly.
All right. Let's go to Dave in Texas. Dave.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I was married to an alcoholic, and I don't know if it's a disease or not, but if she wasn't drinking, she was spending money, and when we ran out of money, she'd find some other fucked up deal to do to make everybody's life miserable. And to me, it's just a matter of being grown up. You know, as far as smoking and all that, it's not dying you worry about, it's living, boys. I want to do a line of coke or smoke a joint. As long as you don't let it rule your life, it's not dying I'm worried about, it's living.
Little moderation, sir.
I agree
there
with
was on Intervention last night. Also, it's a 2 addict thing. One was the video game guy. The other was this woman. She's got 2 kids from one marriage. Got a husband now that seemed completely gay. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but wasn't part of the story. And she would eat, I guess, for breakfast and lunch, the normal woman is supposed to take in 1,200 calories. By 2 p.m., between 8 and 2 p.m., she had taken in just about 6,000 calories every day. She used to puke it up. Now
6,000 calories?
6,000.
Eric was handing me something in the middle of that. 6,000
between
calories?
8 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
Holy
Because she has
shit.
to stop eating like that when her husband gets home at 3.
Right.
And they showed her driving to McDonald's and other fast food places. She'd get like a Blizzard, and then she'd go to some other place and get nachos and pizza. And they just showed her eating, and she's talking about how, you know, I only feel good while I'm eating, while the food is with me and I'm eating. And they just show her shoving food in her face. And she goes, the second the food's gone, I feel terrible about myself and I just want to get it out. And she was fat, stuff. It wasn't even working out for her. And what she would do, because she didn't want to vomit anymore, she hadn't puked for quite a while, she said, she was taking laxatives and water pills. So these, you know, the water pills get the water out of your system, and the laxatives, we all know what that does. And she must have been... I want to get in touch with her to enter her in our contest, because I'm sure what comes out of there on a daily basis. And she's crying that she wants to stop, but, you know, it's can't. And again, the disease thing comes in, and you need help and stuff. She's shoving this shit in her face. She knows what's going to happen afterwards.
Right.
But can't stop eating.
Wow, we caused a lot of controversy. I mean, you can see people yelling as Danny types what they want to talk about.
What is Chip? They kind of typed it up weird inside. Goes, I have cancer. It is not a disease.
Chip.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
You have cancer and it's not a disease.
No, I meant the alcoholic.
That's what I figured, but I wanted to make sure because I thought, wow, this guy stumbled upon a cure or something.
Yeah, at least the alcohol thing we can all admit is kind of in the gray area. But he
Cancer,
wants to start his own thing.
I don't see it as a
cancer.
disease.
It's not a disease.
One day I woke up and said, fuck this cancer, no more of it. And I just threw it away and haven't had any since.
And I haven't had a tumor since. Go ahead, Chip, sorry.
No, that's all right. The people who use that as a crutch and say that, you know, alcoholism or gambling or anything is a disease is, I want to punch them in the face.
Gambling as a disease is the dumbest, most ridiculous. Stop it. It is not a disease.
I like strip clubs. That's a disease, too, I guess.
Oh, it's a disease. Yeah, they'd say you're a sex addict and need to see that. But gambling as a disease... It's not even something that's really connected. You're not putting it in you. You're getting a rush of adrenaline from it, winning, losing, putting a big hand up. I completely understand that because it's exciting. It's fun. But as far as the disease goes, people take things they really enjoy, and there's a whole spectrum there. People can either take it or leave it, or people can't ever leave it and consider it a disease. And then there's everyone in the middle with different degrees of, I really enjoy this, but I realize I have a life and I can't gamble all the time. It's fun, but I can't do it all the time. That's all it is. It's being selfish.
So you have the big C there, Chip, and you're saying alcohol is not a disease? What?
Yeah, selfishness is probably the best description. The funny thing is, I was actually hit by a bus, and they ran some tests and they found cancer. So in my kidneys, in one kidney. So I ended up having my kidney removed. I've been cancer-free for 2.5 years now, and I have aunts and things that have gone through breast cancer, and they invite me on the survivor walks. And I'm like, I don't feel like a survivor because I never really suffered. I was just lucky enough that they found it.
Right.
So when I hear these, and again, I feel guilty because I saw, relatives lose their hair from chemo, and I didn't have to go through any of that. It just pulled my kidney out, and I'm cancer-free. So when I see these people going around saying, oh, I've got this disease, I can't stop gambling, or I can't stop doing, I swear to God, I just want to beat the shit out of them.
How bad is that? Like the doctor comes in after your bus accident. Hey, good news, the bus really didn't do that much damage, but look what we found.
We're going to have to remove the kidney.
Guys, you know what the worst part was? I kept going for second opinions and third opinions. Every time I went, they gave me a prostate exam.
Ugh.
Every friggin' urologist.
There's a plus to that whole thing then, I guess.
Yeah, looks like you got another disease.
Whoa.
You might want to try to cure.
I went for the first checkup over my first over 40 checkup that you have to get. Had to get it.
When were you going to share this?
Had to get I'm sharing it now.
Do we have the pipe song by Brother Joe?
It wasn't the pipe. I didn't get the pipe.
Did you get fingers?
I got the finger. Ugh. I got the prostate finger exam.
Can we take a break? I got to take another leak.
Yeah.
You're coming up with the best teases today.
Yeah.
You got the finger and you did not bring it to the show until now? When I was talking about...
I was a little embarrassed about it.
Tragedy plus time.
Hold on, man.
Yeah. Tragedy plus time.
Hold on.
I had to wait.
Because it
was about a month ago.
Ant gets creeped out by the dumbest thing, so fingers up the poop chute. That had to drive you...
Yeah.
Let's get into it after the break, okay? All right.
Let's get into it.
Get infected. I actually got an email from a guy in Boston that said, I'm doing this joke, and somebody says, I like a joke you did. And I read the joke, and I said, no, it's not. Go ahead and do it. But the guy sent me an email because someone said that's an Adam Ferrara joke.
It was my email.
It was you?
Yeah. It was my Bob Ross painting bit, you son of a bitch.
You bastard.
1988.
1988.
You stole my Bob Ross painting bit. And gave it
on the couch.
And gave it away.
This is a true story, actually.
What?
There's a little something going on between these two.
we
listen to this.
Oh,
we were
really?
sitting on the couch.
You're sitting around one of those afternoons
Call
drinking.
him a fat fuck.
You fat fuck. You are a simpleton motherfucker.
My real name is Ned. You fake Italian. You pasta-eating motherfucker. You really don't like calzones.
Yeah, you're not Latino and he's not Italian. Hello. Tell this
story. His name's Adam Hindenburg, isn't it? We're just hanging around, and Bob Ross, we used to watch Bob Ross paint, and but he was telling some story one day, and I found it fascinating about how he paints these nice, happy trees and scenes now because he saw a lot of bad things when he was in Vietnam.
Right.
So I just got the idea that it was hysterical that this guy was in Vietnam and he's got this little afro and he's painting happy scenes and rabbits and stuff, when in the Nam, he's probably in the shit, Charlie in the bushes, and it would be funny to see him have a Vietnam flashback as he's painting these things instead of a happy tree. And there, we put a little Agent Orange on the picture. And what's in the tree? A happy rabbit? No, that's Charlie. Okay, now we gotta set fire to the hooch over here in the corner. and it just kind of was one of those things. And we were hanging out, and Adam just started getting rolling in comedy.
Still doing open mic nights.
And wanted to do the bit. I was like, fine, take it. Where's my outlet? The tin knockers on the job site I was going to that day. So he takes it, and that was the end of it. Until I turn on SNL one night, and who was on there? What was his name?
No, it was Joey Cola.
Joey Cola was on Saturday Night Live.
He was?
Yeah.
When did Joey do Saturday Night Live?
He was on SNL one night because I was watching it, and he was one of the comedy guests that came out. I think it might have been one of those nights they had to throw someone off, and he was there, so they put him on. And I'm watching, and I see Bobby start doing my bit to a T.
Not even one of those, it might be the zoo bit, it might not be the zoo bit. You know, your famous zoo bit.
Yeah, it's incredible. You've heard it.
Right.
That's amazing.
It wasn't even that. It was the same lines and everything. And I'm like, oh, my dear sweet Christ, he's doing my bit. So I called up Adam, and I asked him, and you're already laughing, saying, oh, I traded him for some other bit. You told me that you talked to him and traded him a bit.
No, I didn't.
You were told.
What is it? I'll give you a bit for a scooter?
Got him, need him, got him.
Sunday night to try out the bit. Joey was up before me doing a Bob Ross Painter bit. Joey was an established comic. I was an open micer. I'm like, fuck, I can't do the same premise. No one's going to believe that, no one knows Anthony Cumia from the couch.
That's right.
So I said, look, I got this other bit. He goes, do it. He goes, well, I've been doing this for a while. I said, all right, because my bit was about him being in Vietnam. And he goes,
see, because no one knew he was in Vietnam.
Well, yeah, but he was doing the Painter bit, so that's how Joey did it, but I never gave him
Everyone
the
did
words.
a Bob Ross Painter bit. But mine was the idea of bringing him to Vietnam.
That's what I said. That's
the best part. That's what you gave him. Everyone was going happy trees. No one was going, look, Charlie.
You're watching a 25-year relationship break up in front of your eyes. They've been friends for 25 years.
Fucking ignorant motherfucker.
Ignorant motherfucker.
Fuck simpleton.
You
ripped me off.
German Nazi cocksucker.
You're not even really Italian.
You anti-Semitic prick.
You did that fucking Olive Garden commercial. You're not a real Italian.
Yeah.
Hospitaliano. What does that even fucking mean?
You were in a band called As Is that covered a Cat Stevens song.
What? All right. Now you've gone too far.
Now
this is personal.
Talking about cholesterol. Because we're talking about checkups and stuff, and it turns out E-Rock, 27 years old, his cholesterol is 204.
204.
He thought it was 250, but he double-checked it. It's 204. I went to the doctor less than a year ago and got my numbers, and they were really good. I was very, very happy.
Yeah.
And my cholesterol was something like 136, and the doctor looked at me and he said, are you on any kind of medication? Because this is the lowest I've seen a cholesterol count from someone that's not taking medication to keep it way down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, absolutely not. So I thought I had a good number. So I called up my brother, like my family, because my dad had horrendous heart disease and heart problems. So half our family has the high cholesterol, and the other half is doing quite well. And one of my brothers doing very well. So I'm like, hey, Quinn. I want to bet you a steak dinner on who has the lower cholesterol. Thinking I had a great number, man. I'm like, 136, I'm going to pull this out. No problem, right? So I tell him, like, and I had a steak restaurant all planned and everything. He's like, it's cute. I'm like, what do you mean it's cute? I'm 118. My brother's
118?
He's 118. And I thought I had a good number. I'm like, how do I lose at 136?
Eats lettuce every day. That's it.
Those female marathoners who shit themselves in the final mile.
Yeah. Uda Pippig.
And you were saying that your highest, you were what?
God, my highest was ridiculous. Well, I went into my dermatologist years ago to get on the Accutane because I figured I would by my late 30s perhaps.
It was time to take care of the acne.
Maybe I'd take care of my teenage acne at like in my 30s. You hope going through your teens and stuff, and it was really bad in the teens, and then 20s. You just hope it's got to be any day now. I'll just stop getting these. It's got to be any day. And then in my 30s, I'm like, remember we'd go to gigs at AAF, and it was like, oh, God, I got to go. And I had them all code-worded, like, oh, God, I got a Dudley Do right today. which was the one on the chin and make your chin.
I forgot about those days because you're clear
Oh, I got
man.
the friggin' high cheekbone ones. I would call something else.
Yeah,
Get one in the tip of your nose is the Wicked Witch.
Ant used to get it really bad.
Eyebrow line would be the Neanderthal Man. Like I'd be like, I got one of these.
You were getting acne 2 decades after everyone else cleared theirs.
Oh, they would just everyone clear up. Yeah, I had my teenage thing. I'm in my 30s, and
I got school pictures done. I guess it must be my senior picture. I can't even look at it. The acne is
really
horrendous.
And it goes away though for most people.
I think by the time I was a freshman in college, maybe sophomore, I was done.
Mine just
I was done.
sat there.
I never really had it, but when I would get one, those ones that kind of announce their presence like 2 days before the rest of the world can see it.
Oh, you could feel it just stretching out your skin.
Yeah, it's like taking up your whole cheek.
Makes it hard under there.
I won't be going to school on Thursday.
Exactly. Oh, it was just awful. So I finally go to the dermatologist, and he goes, all right, well, Accutane. That stuff works. And it has. I've known people that have been on it and stuff. For some reason, though, in teens, like there'd been suicides related to it. But I just think that's because you're kind of fucked up about the acne.
It's a disease, man.
It's a disease, man. It's a disease.
That's because you're listening to Ozzy Osbourne.
Why don't you just wash your face? That's what I heard. My grandmother was great. She used to go, why don't you just put some Noxzema on it? And I'm thinking Noxzema on a zit is just fueling the fire.
You're just making you're making it into a snow-capped mountain.
A big greasy friggin' like mess all over. Oh, is that my phone?
Your phone never rings during the show.
Did I get a text message from my sister who always does this? Ah, right. She reminded me of the Steve Lawrence, which was one anywhere by the jawbone. You get the big jowls like the old Steve Lawrence used to have.
Your own siblings are text messaging you to remind you the names of
the names of some of the zits you would get.
What a great sister.
Yeah, those are great.
Way to go, Donnie.
Thank you, Dawn. And so finally go to the dermatologist, to Accutane. He tells me about it and goes, well, Accutane's known to raise liver function and raise your cholesterol.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So he goes, we really monitor your cholesterol during this, so we'll take one before you go on it, and then we'll monitor it during that time. So he takes it before I go on it, and it was like 310 or something. He's like, ooh. He goes, I really don't recommend people going on this when your cholesterol's that high.
It's Derek Jeter's batting average.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be in single A ball with my number.
He's like he had Hall of Fame cholesterol numbers.
Right.
That's a career 340.
Yeah. I was 136. I wasn't going to make it to the majors.
I'm a batting motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
utility
impressive.
player.
I'm just I'm slapping singles every once in a while.
Yeah, you're the guy like when you're losing 18-0, they send you into pitch.
Right.
And everyone's just having a big laugh.
But I got a good glove, you know.
But I was always
not many errors.
Like I ate horribly, you know. Everything was red meat. Everything was steak. Didn't matter where I went out, what I was doing. It was always about that. So really pumped the cholesterol up. And then I started taking the Accutane because I was just like, doc, well, give it to me. We'll check it next time. And it went up and peaked out at like 350.
Holy crap.
And you got to take Accutane for something like 6 months. It's a 6-month regimen. So it was just pumped up there for that long. Oh, cottage cheese. I could hear my pulse in my ears. It's just awful.
Were sweating butter by the time you were off that thing.
It was horrid.
Wait a minute, red meat is just automatically after why? I thought everybody ate that shit for protein to get lean and all that crap.
No, the certain red meat is fine, and if you don't have a family history of a bunch of fucking guineas with lard going through their bloodstream.
Or if you actually buy a quality meat.
Yeah, you get
ground chuck.
That fatty.
And it's not every day. I mean, every friggin' day was, if we got Chinese food, it was beef and broccoli, which, is just awful cooked and, it's greasy and everything. But it was always about beef, All
right, you're stalling, though.
And then I went and got it checked, and it was, 150.
Was the recent check?
Yeah.
But screw that. Who cares? The finger.
Right. So I go in to the doctor.
I don't like you right now.
Why?
I'm on the show, spilling my guts and my soul.
Yeah.
I told everyone I think I have a doctor that is some kind of pervert because the last 2 visits, a finger each time. What the fuck is going on?
Each time?
I told you that.
That's a little odd.
I told you that. I told you about his lab coat getting...
That's a little odd.
I told you about the doorknob and all that, right? With the... I gotta tell us again. This is what's great about having someone in the studio that's never heard the story.
You get to tell the doorknob in the ass story again? By all means, elaborate.
It's a known fact that I ever since we started doing morning radio, I'm a little constipated. I used to be very regular, and then that kind of went away. It's getting better, but I went to the doctor, right? So he's doing a whole checkup, and I'm just about to leave, and he goes, one other thing before you leave. And I'm like, what? And I see he's got his back to me, and he's putting on the glove. And I'm like, and he can't even look me in the eye to tell me. It is the worst situation in the world to be in, because he's like, his back is to you.
And you were a rookie for this one?
Totally.
First timer, yeah. And then it's a rough one, first.
And he's putting on the glove, and he can't look you in the eye, and I'm sure he's done hundreds of these, but to this day, he still can't look the patient in the eye, and he kind of mumbles almost under his breath, like, take your pants down and lean forward. I'm like, what?
I have to take your...
I just want to check one other thing, right? And so now I'm in position, and you don't see eye to eye, and you shouldn't see eye to eye. And all of a sudden he says, breathe in, and then as you let out, he goes in. He goes in, man.
That.
And I'm like, whoa, hey! And then the famous Moon River from Chevy Chase there. And all of a sudden, I turn around. He's like, okay, you could, put your clothes back on. And I turn quickly around because I'm like, what the fuck? I want to look him in the eye and, see if I'm going to punch him because I'm pissed off right now. And then he's got his back turned to me, and he's walking toward the door with one finger up in the air like this. That's the finger he's got to go smear on a slide, I guess.
Yeah, they smear it on a slide and put some drops on there to see if there's any blood in it.
Or bugs or who knows.
Yeah, whatever the hell.
So all I see is this doctor. He's up there in age with a finger up in the air protecting the specimen. And he's got a clipboard and a lab coat, and he's heading toward the door. And somehow
Did he taste it?
Somehow the pocket of his lab coat gets caught on the doorknob. So now,
oh no!
Now it's looking like a comedy routine. He's stuck on the doorknob with his finger up in the air, and he can't really use his other hand because he's holding a clipboard or something. And it was just a really awkward, very strange moment. And I had to get up and help him with the door, and it was just ugh. And then he goes out, and and I found out that I'm fine as far as all that shit goes. But but I've been telling these stories for I don't know, off and on, here and there, and the whole time you had an experience, and you didn't want to come to the table.
No, not the whole time. Just about a month ago. That was it. I'm fresh. I'm still having trouble sitting.
I'm an ass, man. As soon as that happened, it had to be next day. Have to tell everyone.
No,
this story's been stewing in you for a month.
Stewing, nice choice of words.
Really awful.
So what happened, man?
Well, go to the doctor, go through the whole checkup and everything, thrown on, everything's cool, and he leaves the office, and I'm looking at his clipboard and the sheet on there, and he's got it's exam, and it's kind of in doctor code, but you can make it out, And it had exam for different demos, pediatric, and then it had 18 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45, kind of what you have to do, what the doctor does during those demos. So I look in my demo, and I see what he's done, blood, do some blood work for the cholesterol and stuff like that, checking ears, eyes, all the basic stuff. And then at the bottom, it says prostate. And I'm and at first I'm looking around the office to see if there's gloves and lube around.
Danny Bonaduce music starts playing in the background.
Yeah, that ominous music. So he's doing everything, looking in my ears. And I didn't know what to do. I panicked. He's looking at my ears, eyes, throat, all the basic stuff.
All the orifices.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there in the...
He wants to see how many orifices he can violate today.
Yeah. I'm sitting there. I have my pants on and everything. I just don't have a shirt on because, stethoscope and all that stuff.
Are you quivering at this point?
And then, I was shaking a little bit. And then he gets done and finishes up, and I don't know why, but I went to get my shirt back on. He goes, "Oh, not yet." He goes, "Drop your pants."
Yeah, but why? You should be able to put your shirt back on at least.
Please, let me be, clothed. I guess he didn't want the tail of my shirt getting in the way. He wouldn't have to lift it up and hold it with his teeth. So, yeah, it's one of those, okay, well, grab the table here and just kind of bend over.
Brace yourself.
And I'm like, oh, here he comes.
I can't even imagine.
This is just the thing that is, been on your mind for years. Here it comes. Any other doctor visit for years before that never included that. But then you fall into the demo, and that's it. And he had the glove on, a lot of the lube, and whammo, there it went. And I just went like, like I sounded like, I made a Krusty the Clown noise.
Sounds like you made a Lucy noise.
Oh, Ricky. And then he kind of like,
no,
stop.
What are you doing? Come on.
And then I guess he knows what he's feeling around for.
Oh, God.
But at that
they go side to side a little bit. You're like, holy
How long does it
crap.
take?
At that point, it must be
Mine was
3 seconds.
Mine was 15. Oh.
It's
Yeah,
gotta
3
be
seconds.
3
I
seconds.
was going to say 15 minutes.
But it really feels like it's a lot longer. It feels like, what is he doing? This is taking too long. And then...
You know what he's doing, because we've discussed this on the show, too.
What?
I think there's doctors out there that enjoy this thing.
No. This guy is he's an older Jewish man. Doctor, all the degrees and diplomas on the wall. I love it.
Because back in the day, there were no perverts.
Yeah. No.
Once you're born before a certain year.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm figuring if this guy is getting his jollies, shoving fingers up men's asses,
Anthony, you're
it would have come out
going
already.
through medical school. In the beginning, you guys are all in the same little herd.
Right.
And
That's
gradually,
where
you start tapering off, deciding what area of medicine you want to go into.
We discussed this. That's where all the perversions come out.
He's general practice. He's not just the finger up the man's ass guy.
Freaks who are into toes, they become...
I completely agree.
But
the fuck you call a toe
if
doctor?
he specialized in finger up the guy's
what's
ass.
that about?
Oh, yeah. What's the
fine
deal?
Too. But this guy, what's the deal?
Proctologist?
With the doctor.
Out of every part of the body to be a specialist on, you
choose man
I'd
ass.
like
you
to
choose
believe
hairy man ass.
that part of his job is like us having to go to a meeting. It's not the fun, good part of the job.
Yeah, but you don't
it's
have
part
a
of it.
meeting every day, Anthony.
Every
once in a while.
I hope for his sake every day someone that falls into the finger up the ass demo isn't there. I'm hoping it's, the stethoscope, the quick thing. The little kid comes in. You got to give him his little shots for polio or whatever they give shots for.
That would actually be funny. He's looking at his schedule for the day. Oh, God. A 40-year-old.
Oh, I got the ass demos in today.
Didn't I tell you to book this after lunch?
Do you think
right before lunch.
Do you think the doctor has a tough time eating the peanuts at the bar?
Oh,
Jesus. His day is
He's
over.
very professional. He does that.
He's
and
got
then
those diplomas on the wall to hide up a world of hurt.
No,
in his personal
very
life.
professional.
Did he
and
put
he
a hand on the back of your neck?
Yeah, pinned my head down. Gave me a little pillow and told me to bite it. And he takes it, and like Opie said, he smears it on this cardboard thing.
You little bitch.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? No, not at all. And he smeared it on a piece of cardboard and put some drops on it, and then he goes, "Oh, you're fine, none of that." But then the most degrading part of it, as if that wasn't degrading enough, was he takes paper towels out of the paper towel thing and just hands it to me, like, yeah, clean yourself up now. And you got to sit there, like, cleaning the lube out of your ass.
Oh, my God.
So degrading. And then when you're all dressed...
It's a weird feeling after you leave that situation. You feel kind of like that was not supposed to happen.
No.
You get this like that. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
And then you sit down in your car after you leave. You sit down and you feel like
Oh.
like there's something lubey still going on.
Know what I did?
It is
horrid.
Did you go home and shower in the fetal
Oh,
position? Like,
absolutely.
Like Elizabeth Shue in Leaving Las Vegas?
Absolutely.
I left the office and
Taking the washcloth, just washing, going, ow, ow.
I left the office, sat in my car, got my Carpenter's Greatest Hits CD, threw it in, cranked it up, and just cried. Just cried.
Carpenter's
Greatest Hits, and just cried over and over again.
You assholes. Ant's exam happened 20 years ago, and he remembers it like it was yesterday. Fucko.
You just got to throw Metallica on or something after that happens to you and get the hate out.
It wasn't a proctologist.
The hate.
It was a general practitioner. It's part of his gig, man. What are you going to do? It's part of his gig.
What were you thinking just before the finger entered?
What do you think?
It's
just one of those, oh my God, here it comes.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
If I had that job, I would have like a fake hand, like you got at a joke shop with a finger, and everybody would be fine. Dude, you're fine.
Yeah,
you got
fine.
nothing to worry about. Go ahead, sue me. That would be my defense. I just didn't want to stick my finger up another guy's ass.
He's got to feel around to your prostate. Apparently, you could get at it through that entrance. I think that, God should have put in some kind of access door, where maybe you could get at the prostate a little easier than going through the ass.
Some trap door on the taint.
Yeah, right there. Was this your ride home, Opie, after the finger?
You can get a doggy style and get a ring on your side. Those are your only choices. In my house, I'm going to get the same. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
Why do stars fall down from the sky?
I'm sorry. I did so many bad things.
Show me with your mouth. Show me with your mouth.
Idiot.
Wow, their music really is horrific, isn't it?
Oh, my God, it's depressing as hell.
Here's, I hate to admit it, but there was a microphone in the doctor's office right at the moment of the finger.
Oh, motherfucker!
Doctor sounded sexy at the end of that.
Oh, motherfucker!
That's the doctor. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got some audio, too, Anthony.
You do?
Believe it or not, yeah.
I want to kiss you on the mouth. You want to kiss me, or?
I got a little upset, and the doctor, the doctor got upset with me.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
I think I got some audio of you, Anthony.
Oh, my God!
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
And I got a little mad. I got to admit, I was wrong, but I got mad at the doctor.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Yeah, before that, I got audio of the doctor talking to you.
Oh, really?
You're a filthy whore!
Yeah, that wasn't even necessary. It wasn't appropriate.
And then, of course, you had to fight back a little bit here.
You're a kid toucher!
It's got a little ugly in there. But more audio of you.
Torture! That's torture!
Yeah, of course.
And then the doctor threw this out, which I thought was a little odd.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
I hear, Anthony, that you didn't actually walk out of the doctor's office. You were crawling back to your car.
Wow.
And we have audio of that as well. And there you go. You got your car.
Yeah, I was taking a little long to pull my pants down, and the doctor got mad.
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
And then I told him, wow, that hurt.
Well, no shit.
All right. That's actual audio of Anthony in pain.
And then I was in a little pain, and the doctor got mad.
Stop whining. Stop whining. Quiet. Stop it.
All right. Bill Burr sitting in today. BillBurr.com, right?
Yes.
BillBurr.com.
On MySpace.
Or MySpace.
Especially the hoest.
We got to play the Bill Burr, Jimmy Norton campaign ads. There's two more.
Yeah, I haven't heard these.
They're really funny. There's two new ones today. We're going to do that and talk to Jay Moore right after these important things.
Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make a work hard all my life with no help from my friends.
Shut your yap.
Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Shoot him now! Shoot him now! Not on your goddamn radio. Lord!
Shut up!
Lord! This is retarded. Lord!
Stop it!
Lord! Get your mouth!
What the hell is going on?
Is that supposed to be sexy?
Hey, hey, hey! Shut up! Hey, hey, hey! Shut up! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord!
Shut up, stupid!
Oh, Lord!
God damn, is that funny?
Not on your goddamn radio!
Oh, what a bitch! Oh, mother effing son of a bitch! No!
All right, we got a big star on the line. We can't make him wait here. Our good pal, Jay Moore. Jay, what's going on, buddy?
Hiya, girls.
Wow, how are you?
What's going on?
What are you up to?
Billy Burr, you're there at the perfect time.
What's up, Jay?
Wait till later when Opie dresses you up like Jimmy, calls Steve a pussy, and punches you in the face. Hey, how did I almost make a fucko list Friday? What happened?
I didn't. No way. That's not what I said.
Anthony, no, I know I didn't make the list, but they were a little too close together.
No. I said you're still a very good friend of the show, but you don't have time like you used to call the program. That's all I said.
And I just think
I'm defending myself today, sir.
I think that people are looking through the oldie days with these rose-colored Jay Moore glasses. I don't think Jay really made a lot of appearances on our show back in the old days. I think they were just all memorable. Very memorable.
No, I was in every day because I was a degenerate and I wanted to get head.
Oh, there were times when he came in where it was like for a week straight.
That's what I mean. He did a lot of time on our old show. That's all.
But he got gigs out here, too.
Jay, I want to go on record. Not even close. You know that.
I consider Jay one of the absolute best friends of the show.
And we're like, who could blame him? He's going out with Nikki Cox, and he doesn't have time to call a radio show anymore. And and he's raising a son. We get it. That's all I said.
You got kids, Burr?
No.
Not that I know of.
Oh.
See the picture of Dice begging on Whackbag?
Yeah.
I'm over here now.
And he's a homeless Dice.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that one yet.
Hey, how about something? A little something for me. We'll tell jokes for food.
And then you say no, and he does that. All right, God bless you. I hate that when you don't give the bum money and he goes, God bless you. Have a
Yeah, we got that one just the other day.
Yeah, you feel a little guilty.
Back with that, you fuck.
We got a Jewish homeless guy outside the studio
who really plays it up
with a pit bull that is really scary.
Wears the yarmulke and actually has on his sign, homeless Jewish man.
Right.
He's playing it up, and then he goes hello when you walk by, tries to be all nice, and then if you pass by without giving you something, he gives you a little growl.
Yeah, he taunts
cancer.
you.
You should get cancer.
Yeah, exactly. he taunts you, and he has this scary pit bull next to him, so you can't really talk back to him at this point.
I never understood homeless people with dogs.
Well, the other day I walked by, exactly, the homeless person with the cats. So they use their pets to make you feel guilty, so you would give money.
Yeah, like the money's going to the fucking Friskies.
Right, because now they're saying, look, I need money to feed these cute cats, and they're buying it.
You know, I do is I pick up their animal and I fuck it right in the face. Like, I'd get that pit bull and I'd put my dick and balls in its giant fucking mouth. And I'd be like, look at that pit bull sucking my fucking cock. And then I'd look at him and he'd look at me like, I'm a pit bull. I'll totally just bite off your whole shit. I'd be like, no, you won't, because you're hanging out with a fucking Jew. You're just some fucking dog rolling with a Jew. What are you going to do? It doesn't really, there's no punchline. I just wanted to make fun of Jews.
We've had a couple of Jewish references on the program today.
Yeah.
The Jewfish.
The Jewfish we talked about, sure.
Yeah.
So, Jay, you're doing a big Katrina relief thing with Dane Cook tonight?
My last performance.
Yeah, because you were telling me recently you're not digging the stand-up these days, right?
No, I've kind of retired, and then it's a young man's game. It's a Bill Burr game. It's a Dane Cook game. It's a guy without kids game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
You just had it?
I just don't love it anymore. I don't know. I just don't want to be like Richard Jeni ever.
You like Mike Tyson out there? I don't have the heart for this anymore.
I don't want to be like those guys that you just see and you're like, this guy just does not like what he's doing.
But, Jay, could you at least do the, retirement speech? Because I love when you see that on TV.
On the show?
Well, Brett Hull just retired and crying like a baby up there. I love it when the athletes have to retire and then just cry.
But when he got home, his dad kicked him right in his ass.
Probably. What are you doing?
Yeah, when they sit down and just, this sport has been fantastic to me, and the people that I've faced. There's always that breakdown moment. The people I've...
but you love hockey, right?
I absolutely love the new rules, yes.
And why is there offsides in hockey? Why can't a guy cherry pick and you just skull a pass across the ice to him?
I totally agree, but they finally got rid of the two-line pass, so that is speeding up the game. But
hockey sucks so bad, I don't even know what that means.
Oh, really? They got rid of the center
and they
line,
moved
basically.
the net like a foot closer to the wall, and it looks exactly the same. And I'm supposed to get all excited to watch a bunch of uncircumcised Euros skate around.
Any changes on that icing rule?
Well, they don't have the two-line pass, but
what
Jay is saying you should be able to just shoot it all the way down the ice if you've got a guy down there.
Why
not? Which I agree with.
Like in basketball, like if there's a fast break, you just hit the guy and fly.
I completely agree with that.
Some guy's just standing there with the goalie waiting for the puck.
Yeah, because if you are going to do that, you're not helping on defense, so you're risking already. So,
right, you're kind of taking a player out of the mix.
Look, hockey sucks. Let's be honest. The score's like 3-2. If there were no goalies, it'd be 6-5. Fucking faggots. You want to play with us? I can't. I didn't bring my skates or my ice.
That's a great way to look at it, though.
What kind of sport is that?
But Brett Hull retired over the weekend, and he was crying pretty.
Hockey was
good.
great. Hockey was great in the '80s, though. It's just sucked ever since they had the left wing lock and all that bullshit.
Know what fucked up the game, Bill?
No fighting.
What, the left wing lock? That sounds like some wrestling move.
Well,
they bring one of the forwards up and they put him on the blue line. It's real complicated, Jay. You just keep watching the simple sports.
The trap thing.
I will.
The trap thing.
I like handball. I like watching them Puerto Ricans play handball.
Know what rule they have to bring back to hockey? If there's a fight, you're allowed to leave the bench. Bench clearing brawls.
Third man in, you ought to be able to do that.
Bench clearing brawls. If your guy was getting beat up, everyone just piled onto the ice, and then there was like a lawn,
When there was no third man in rule, which is basically if your teammate's getting the shit kicked out of him, a bigger dude jumped in, kind of like with your friend in a bar.
Yeah.
Then once they got rid of that fucking rule,
right.
it ruined it.
And now they just now they just have two guys fighting. I mean, it's still, the fights are still exciting. At least they're keeping that in the game.
Pat from Moonachie.
I don't understand in football too many men on the field. I think there should never be enough guys. If you can sneak 16 guys to rush the fucking passer, God bless you.
Hey, I got to get Pat's line in here. Pat from Moonachie. He says, hockey, it's a game for a guy who's not fucking Nikki Cox.
Can I hear the car crash?
Where is it?
It was good, but it was Pat.
I listen with my son all the time, And I just go, well, you know what? If he hears curse words, it's better he hears it from you guys. But whenever he hears the car crash, he goes, what was that? I'm like,
that's adorable. Why don't you become one of those? Why don't you become one of those comics, Jay?
Yeah, where you talk about your kid.
Where you only talk about your kid on stage? How much do you want to choke those people?
This morning, pooped his diaper.
Oh, how much do you just want to
start wearing a
those
sweater
comics?
on stage?
Oh. You know, he did the cutest thing. You know, what's with the kids and being short? What?
I thought it was Huggy's number 6.
You know, folks, I gotta tell you.
The other day he asked me, what color is God's skin? I said, white. And I said, get downstairs. What? God, I love that fucking thing so much. Oh, so there's a show...
At the Wiltern? What's that?
The Wiltern Theater's nice. I saw
a
couple bands there. Wiltern's like really far, since you guys are so familiar with it. It's basically Korea. It's very east on Wilshire Boulevard. It's like where all the driving ranges are at night, and you just see a bunch of Asians sculling balls into the night. Boy, they love the fucking golf, the slopes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, how did that happen?
They do everything now that's fun.
They don't.
That people like to do. Golfing, gambling, forget about it. You go to any casino, you're sitting with a chain-smoking Asian next to you. That is
How about when you
losing.
go up to Harlem, past the Rucker, just a bunch of Chinese guys fucking playing 5-on-5?
No.
Really?
Now you're a madman.
I know, but somehow I got Anthony.
He did get me. He did get me on that one.
He goes, really?
I don't put it past him.
He goes, really?
Jackass.
I don't put it past him, my friend.
What do you think of Michelle? What do you think of Michelle Wee?
Well, I'd like to be more specific.
She's the LPGA 16-year-old.
No, I know who she is. Yeah, I'd fuck her. I mean, I know where you're going.
What do you think of her? Yeah, it could be I could fuck her, I would fuck her, or, talking about how she golfs.
16 playing on the tour there.
Oh, I don't care about that. She's a fucking hit. This thing's a club. I hate golf, too. It's a gay sport.
You like the baseball, the football, right?
Yeah, but
the
little
hoops.
boxing.
Little hoops.
I got a good...
competitive eating, like Pat from Monaco.
Pat with his competitive eating.
Speaking of chinks, standing next to some chink.
Well, he was he came in second place, grilled cheese eating contest in Arkansas.
Well, you know what they say.
Hey, I dug your article you did for I guess Sports Illustrated, was it, or the online? Yeah, I saw the one about the websites that you did, going to losing teams' websites, teams that suck. How to tell if your team sucks by their website?
The Devil Rays. It says, watch it happen. They got all like these, watch Lou Piniella die slowly. And then I made fun of the Atlanta Hawks. And I actually, if you went to the Atlanta Hawks website, Harry the Hawk mascot made fun of me back.
Did he?
They got a picture of a guy in a fucking bird suit that didn't get out of Athens High.
Bashing the mascots and the websites of the losing teams and how they have to still make it try to... You go to the website, it's not going to go, yeah, we know we suck, could you please, come see us anyway? They got to, capitalize on any up thing that they have.
Oh, plus every game they're giving out a bag full of free shit.
Yeah.
There's always T-shirts and it's always... Every other day it's Bat Day.
So if
Tuesday night, every row will pass a joint. How about when the Clippers used to advertise here in the L.A. Times, come watch these teams that are good.
Yeah, they used to sell a package that you could buy where they would be playing the Lakers, the Sixers, all the
all the teams that
were
all
doing
the
best
something.
teams. Yeah, watch us get the shit kicked out of us by the Sacramento Kings.
It would be the Rockets. There's one where it was all centered. It's come watch the big men. Come watch Hakeem, David Robinson, so-and-so, Shaquille O'Neal. And watch the Clippers suck cock.
And those are always the games
that power package.
Those were always the games where Shaquille would sit out anyway because they were playing the Clippers.
Because he pulled his vagina on a cheeseburger. There's a show at the Wiltern Theater tonight with myself, Gary Goldman, who did almost kill me one night on Last Comic Standing. Did you hear that story, Bill Burr?
No, what happened?
He started.
I like how
Jay.
Bill Burr's like, no, I have no idea, even though everyone talks about it. Bill Burr?
What? No, I honestly didn't hear about that.
What happened?
Like, was I supposed to be in like the stand-up comedy cafeteria around the water bubbler and heard that one?
You changed, man.
You asked me if I heard about it. I said I didn't hear about it. And then all of a sudden you lashed out at me. I lashed back.
Did you play Bill what Carlos said about him? Because he's right, man. You've totally changed.
Wow. I have no idea what's going on.
No, I was just joking around.
I was to say because I never met Carlos.
No, I'm just joking.
All right, well, it's the Will turn with...
No, fuck that. What happened between you and Gary Gulman?
Oh, I was fucking with him and he grabbed me and threw me into a wall.
Is there footage of that?
What?
Is there footage of it?
No, I would. If there's, it wouldn't have ended there if the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
I would have had to go get something from the parking lot. I would have to hit him with Ralphie May. He's a big unit, Goldman. 6'4", 220, and those big, thick Jew lips.
That childhood anger.
All the fucking jokes about cookies.
I'm actually doing a tour with him coming up.
He's a good kid.
What, are you worried I'm going to tell him that story? All of a sudden he did a 180.
There's the comic thing, yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You might
No,
not
he
do,
is a good guy.
You might not do stand-up anymore, but you got the comic diplomacy thing.
I talked to him in person. It was completely my fault, the whole thing.
Fucking scumbag, unfunny piece of shit douchebag. He's a great guy, though.
He's a
Great
good guy,
kid.
though,
I
man.
like
He's got
him.
a good act.
I like him. Good
Good
act.
kid.
Pulls,
Good
draws,
kid to Goldman.
draws a lot of people.
He's got those Andy Pettit lips that I like.
Faggot hack is what that. But he draws people. A nice enough guy. Sweet.
Well, let me finish.
You fucking comics are all like that.
Louis Anderson, Frank Kelly, and the Dane Cook top 10 Billboard album, Retaliation. You guys know the Dane?
Oh yeah.
The fire-breathing dragon, which is the Dane, the double finger.
I heard you do a pretty good impression of Dane. I heard from some people.
I hit things.
I heard
a little
things.
bit. Heard you do it a little bit.
I think it's a little visual, though. Gonna have to get you in here.
All right, Jay.
Let's hear it.
I really don't know that I did one.
Yeah, someone was telling me you're doing that's pretty good.
We heard
the
things.
Jews.
It must be.
Listen, let's not let this degenerate into. Let's make fun of Voss, where we can all rally at the same time.
All right,
Who got married at a fucking Best Western in Guelph.
All right, Jay.
They're telling us you gotta go.
Yeah, because we have Stalker Patty. She's doing a book report for us today. And we're running out of show. We were supposed to get her in here an hour ago.
All right, but listen.
Yeah, let's go.
Click. Yeah.
All right.
My girlfriend emailed me. She goes, I love the shit you bring up on the air when the chef is here. It's not at all uncomfortable for me or embarrassing when you get home. So, yeah, okay. Roberta, sorry you had to hear that.
What, getting the finger up the ass?
That awful story about my prostate exam.
All right, as we go to break, Lewis Black did something really good on Inside the NFL, I think on HBO. A rant on fantasy football. A lot of people playing the fantasy football these days.
Wow, who gets into that? Who's into that here? Anybody?
How about everybody?
No one I know is in it, but I know of...
You don't know people.
I don't know. It just kills the conversation.
You don't know...
Like, I see Peyton Manning, man. Guy, yeah, dude, he's on my fantasy team. You're like, ugh.
Fantasy football is blowing up.
I just acquired this player, and it's like he's doing great for me.
It's a
fantasy
full thing.
Football.
They got message boards. And
I know, it's huge.
And you're at your computer all Sunday just checking on.
You know what?
Your
Just like the alcoholics, they're a bunch of pussies.
It's a disease. Come on, Bill. It's a disease.
Pussies. And during the week, they trash talk each other. We're gonna kick your ass.
Talking
this
smack when the game comes up.
It's all the rage. And Lewis Black had a great slant on it. Check this out as we go to break.
There was a time when transporting yourself into a world of fantasy was considered uncool. Whether you were rolling a six-sided die to determine if your wizard could beat a dragon, or immersing yourself into Stratomatic baseball, you were considered a pasty-faced basement geek.
I'm the wizard.
That's all changed now that fantasy has become a brand name for a current craze. Fantasy football is out of control. The same guys who used to stuff me into lockers and taunt me about my troll collection are all clammy, with pink-rimmed eyes, gawking into computer screens, refreshing every 2 minutes for real-time stats, purchasing NFL television packages for access to every game. Now, when I try to watch, there's so much scrolling and popping up all the time, I can't see the goddamn play on my television. I don't care that LaDainian Tomlinson has 2 receptions for 8 yards in the first quarter of another game I'm not even watching. You care. When I was reading that, I missed the excitement of my real team's 2-yard completion on 4th and 3. There's a reason people watch TV. Because they don't want to read. Stop it. I just want my game. And 2 geniuses telling me, you need to run a 3-yard route on 4th and 3. A 2-yard route doesn't work. Look, doctors are saying that your fantasy football life makes you less inclined to engage in your real one. Family activities, daily chores, like sex with your wife, they've all become too real. Your divorce rates are skyrocketing. Grow up! You don't own anyone. I can understand George Steinbrenner not helping his kid with his soapbox derby car. He's busy buying Latinos. Real ones. What you're playing is a little thing I like to call algebra. Wow! You beat the bald guy with the swollen prostate in the next cubicle this week. Whoo! Crack a newspaper for your stats, junkie. Leave me out of it. The next time you want to have a fantasy, go in the bedroom and lock the door.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
I'm Mark Montgomery, and I'm on the FU line. Yeah, I want to leave a big FU to the New Jersey Turnpike. People pay out of their ass for this fucking highway, and nobody's moving right now. You suck. Fuck you. Fuck you, Cellular One in Utah, you dumb motherfuckers. What's your tower, 5 foot off the ground, you fucking cocksuckers? Fuck you. CBS News. FU. Category 7 hurricane. Could it be in your area and wipe out your planet for the end of the world? Stay tuned and find out. What a horrible commercial. FU, CBS.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1.
Well, fuck you very much.
Stalker Patty is going to be in studio in a few minutes. We gave her an assignment. She's doing a book report today on one of the sex books we got in. Really fast, Madonna's in the news.
Well, first I got to just say, people are bashing me for having a chef. It's someone that comes over my house and cooks once a week. And it goes in the fridge. And then I take it out and put it in the oven.
Yeah.
And heat it up, and it's good
stuff. It's
stuff.
like having a bitch who can't take half your shit. She decides to fucking leave.
It's a luxury.
Cook.
Yeah.
And, And people say, Aunt, you're dating a girl named Roberta? No, that's the cook's name, you idiot. People just don't listen.
She's a hooah.
They don't. No, she's listening. No.
Roberta's a hooah.
Would
and
you,
she makes
Billy? That's Billy
Aunt
Burr talking, and not me. Do you
She's
want her
got
to?
A hooah
She's gonna
who makes sandwiches.
She's gonna spit in my food.
Is there a threesome going on?
Billy?
Yeah, what's going on?
No, there's not.
There's a little more to this, I think.
Food,
Yeah. Telling people.
And I enjoy it thoroughly during
How many
the week.
chefs are female? Them bitches is waitresses.
What do you think, I'm stupid? And have a male chef over there? Stop it. Yeah, and let me get a pool boy with fucking abs and...
Like Frenchie.
Yeah. I will cook for you. Annoying ass.
Anthony's a desperate housewife.
Yeah, that's me.
He really is. Probably walks around in high heels and a little two-piece swimsuit.
It's much more convenient, and that is why, my friend, my cholesterol is at 150.
All right, very good. I got something for you.
All right. Awesome.
You dick! You dick!
Oops, I'm sorry. That was the wrong button, of course. Hey, Madonna's in the news, Anthony.
Hey, how about that Madonna?
Madonna keeps kids from TV and ice cream. What a mom she is, huh? Madonna says she's the disciplinarian with 9-year-old Lourdes and 5-year-old Rocco. The former Material Girl told Newsweek that she doesn't let her children watch TV or look at magazines.
That's because there's too much crap out there, like all her music.
Yeah, her garbage.
Yeah, she's trying to protect him from the exact kind of shit that she's been putting out for the last 20 years.
It is kind of hypocritical if you think about it. She makes a living off being in pop culture.
On MTV, dressing like a hooah.
She's all about the pop culture, and she gets inspiration from other pop culture, right? But she won't let her own kids take a peek at the pop culture.
Because at some point, they're going to see her vagina's going to show up on the twat channel.
I think you're putting your kid in a bad situation by telling them they can't watch any TV or look at magazines.
Yeah.
If you want to control them a little bit and say, all right, TV, an hour a day, but I want you also to read books, maybe I could kind of see that. But, you know, what is this kid going to have to talk about?
She probably gives them all books like, you know, like Moby
Life
Dick.
lessons and stuff.
You know, like the
shit she's never read.
She thinks it's stuff that the kids are supposed to read.
Right.
So they don't turn out like me.
She says milk and ice cream are off limits in her house.
Why is that? Is that a religious thing?
And then she writes, when Daddy gets home, they get chocolate, but I'm the disciplinarian. And listen to this. She's starting to sound a little mommy dearest here. She's also strict about laundry duties. When her daughter leaves dirty clothes on the floor, this is her quote, we take all of her clothes and put them in a bag, and she has to earn all of her clothes back by being tidy. Madonna said.
God,
and she continues, she wears the same outfit every day to school until she learns her lesson.
$1 quadrillion, and this poor kid is wearing the same thing to school every day because her mommy's an ass.
Her mommy's
wow.
dearest.
She's got a fucking nanny. None of those people raise their kids.
Yeah.
That was just all fluff for an article.
You don't think she's really doing that? Keeping TV away?
No, I don't think she's ever even brushed her hair.
Yeah, that could very well.
They live in a castle.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Literally. Like a
you send
castle.
your kid to the dungeon. You don't want to deal with it.
Oh.
Hi, Patty.
We go from Madonna to
the turn.
So what does your chef look like, by the way?
Just a lovely woman.
Is she hot?
That comes in.
Anthony, would you like another sandwich?
I don't look at her that way.
I'm preparing the stew.
When you get a cold, does she rub Vicks Vapor Rub across your chest?
No, it's not Mary Poppins over my house.
Does she wear a little lingerie?
No. She wears a professional chef outfit.
Does she wear the wink, wink, nudge, nudge wizard robe?
No wizard. Why would a chef wear a wizard robe?
Just because she
walks around dusting with the little feather thing.
Oops. She makes wonderful food all week. And then I'm able to eat.
I don't believe in bras.
You are awful.
I find them so restricting.
Would you stop
Anthony, I have
it?
a kink in my neck. Could you massage it with your cock?
Now you're completely out of hand. And I hope my XM radio has broken.
I just want to make it as awkward as possible when he comes walking in.
It's going to be awful already.
She keeps dropping things on the floor in front of you.
No!
Oops. I've had a craving lately.
We say hello. She's very professional,
like
does her job. I go to the computer. That's it. That's it.
Would you like to taste what I'm baking?
Anthony, I love you. You're so focused. You just do something and you just have to finish the game. It's really attractive quality in a man.
There is no conversation. There is hello, how are you doing? And then I'm off.
I love facial hair. It makes you so rugged. I bet you want a club sandwich, don't you? You want to club me, Anthony?
Would you stop it? I have to go home.
Are you trying some of her pie?
Yeah. You know,
hey,
fourth grade humor at best over here.
You fucker.
You are... Stop it!
You ever been with your wife and your girl, you just start thinking about fucking your chef?
This is great.
Does she have little quarters right down the hall?
No, it's not a live-in.
You're going to have to take a day off later this week because you're going to have botulism.
I am going to take a day. I'm taking a day off from going home today.
Opie, all the rain, you're telling me at one point this week she didn't want to deal with the traffic, so she stayed over, air quotes?
Yeah. Nope. So what happens when she stays
Doesn't
over?
happen. There could be a blizzard outside. She goes. She goes home. She's got a family.
All right. Stalker
Very
Patty.
Nice woman.
Hello.
Hi, Patty.
Hi.
What happened to your makeover?
Yeah, kind of went away.
Your makeover turned into yikes.
No.
We're back to the old Patty again.
Yeah.
No, I just woke up a little late this morning.
Yeah, so
did Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So I had to tell
Yeah.
some boring story until he got here.
What do you got in the bag? Is that yours?
No.
Oh, I thought you brought that.
That was there already.
That's for Bill Burr.
It's a bottle of
wine.
Hey, where's the book that you had to read over the weekend for
Oh,
us?
I read 8 chapters of it.
Why does her
and
voice
I have
go right
my
through you?
notes.
I read 8 chapters of the way. Yeah, let me move this before this
I
bottle
have my
shatters.
notes of what I read so far and what I covered.
All right. The book is called Everything You Know About Sex Is Wrong.
Hey, do you have to pay for the truffles when you bring them here?
Sometimes, but
You
I get
do?
50% off when I do that.
50% off?
Yeah, because it's a good type of privilege that I get my discount.
You should bring them every time, though.
Yeah.
See, because we eat them within seconds. It's like a shark feeding frenzy of truffles.
You're certainly not here for your good looks. Bring the chocolate.
We welcome you here with open arms to accept
Bring the chocolate to the body. Someone wants to make a point here. Yes, sir.
Who, me?
Yeah, because I don't know your name. It's not written down.
My name's Keith.
Hey, Keith.
And, yeah, I just want to help Anthony out. Because, you know, you guys are nailing him with the cook. But who's the guy that's got the little Polish house cleaning lady, huh?
All right.
What have you been in
All right,
there?
hold on a minute.
Opie's got a Polish cleaning lady.
Hold on.
Does she wear the little black
Hold on.
maid uniform?
Call this guy out. I've never heard a Polish lady called a little Polish lady.
Yeah, she probably has fucking those big blue collar arms.
Opie, this is great.
My Polish cleaning lady could beat the shit out of me.
Oh, does she?
I wish.
Yeah, and you're giving Anthony all that kind of shit.
All right, man.
I
come
will
on.
tie you up with some dusting rags. We'll have some make this sex.
For once, I had Anthony in the barrel, and you're helping him out.
Thank you, sir.
Ant doesn't need help. He doesn't get in the barrel often. Let us enjoy when he slips into it. You know, I was thinking about you though this weekend, and I went to a restaurant, and I had a Polish woman as my waitress.
Yeah.
It's the thing you talk about with
It's
the
the
Polish
Russian,
strippers
Polish,
and
yeah.
Actually, what am I saying? Not Polish.
Russian.
It was Russian. I'm sorry.
But
it was
the
a
Polish
Russian,
women are like a knockoff of the Russian.
a Russian waitress, and she had the whole thing you talk about on this show.
Just about the money.
Oh.
It's about the money. And the strippers, they're all Polish now. For some reason, that happened. You used to be able to go to the Long Island strip clubs and get, like, you know, a girl that went to Belmore High School or something. And now it's just all, oh, I make this sexy for you, for the money. You want the lap dance? And they're so unsexy, so they can't even fake it well.
Those Chernobyl bodies.
Yeah, little skinny Chernobyl bodies.
They have no personalities. They're miserable. This waitress was like, here's the menu, here's your wine list, here's your appetizer, pay me.
There you go. Where's the tip? Give me the big American tip that you miss. In my country, I was nuclear physicist. Now I have to do this. We were so much superior to you. Yeah, then what are you doing here?
Right.
Slinging my my hash.
Let's go back to Stalker Patty.
Okay.
So you did a book report on Everything You Know About Sex Is Wrong.
Yep, I covered 8 chapters.
What
and
chapters?
Well, the first 8. You know, it's an interpretation of an aspect of sexuality. Some aspects are perverted and others are quite healthy.
And to you,
How do you know?
all of them are perverted.
Right.
No.
Yes, they are. You look at any type of sex as something dirty.
No,
And that's why you're a 50-year-old virgin.
By the way, Bill Burr and Stalker Patty both late to the program today.
Enough said.
I came at 9 o'clock. I
You
was
did?
there on
and
time.
then you both went back to sleep, and what?
I was here at 7:25.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do with anything. You're still late.
I would see
Trying to
everything
make yourself
nine.
less fucked up than I am. I'm irritated with that.
Yeah, well,
That
anyway.
1940s hairdo.
Oh, I know.
Should be getting kissed in Times Square right now.
Very funny, right, Patty?
I'm Patty the Riveter.
All right.
Well, Chapter 1 covers the San Francisco
Get the chapter
information line, which is similar to Love Line, so that's what it reminded me of. And one of the cases is a guy whose condom slipped, and he thought he had some kind of a disease or something in the chapter, and he's calling for help, and they're just advising him. That's basically all the chapter is about, describing what goes on.
Did he have the disease? Do you know?
No, they were saying most likely you don't, but it can happen. happen that it slips or breaks. It's very much like what Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew would cover if you were to listen to their show, which I have.
Ooh.
Okay, chapter 2 is Salvatore Dali, the painter.
Salvatore Dali.
And his wife, whose name was Gayla. And he discovered her erogenous zone was over her left earlobe with a birthmark there, which has nothing to do with the part of the body that's designed for sex, but somehow when he touched that part of
it?
Yeah.
I don't know. He would just rub that area with his hand, and he would get excited, and she would.
On the back of her ear.
How did she discover that this was a erogenous zone for her?
I guess because they were married. They met in 1929. They got to know each other, and they got married.
Giving her a wet willy, and all of a sudden she...
and that was discovered by accident.
You think that's hot, Patty?
Well, it's a spiritual type of a pleasure that they found in each other, so it's kind of hot.
Where is your erogenous zone, Patty?
I don't know. I haven't discovered that yet.
You go with the self-examination and self-pleasuring, don't you? You do that at night.
Masturbation.
Sometimes you masturbate a little bit.
Ever rub one out, Patty?
You open up that Mexican cave every once in a while.
Yeah. Have you ever brought yourself to orgasm by yourself in bed? Have you figured that out yet? Work that combination lock out?
I don't know. I guess I have the feelings.
So when you're taking care of yourself, all of a sudden you'll feel it build up, and then you'll feel a release?
Actually, that only happens right after my period.
You still get one?
Yeah.
What does it come out like?
Regular.
Rust?
Oh,
well, anyway,
molasses in Vermont in January.
Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 really disturbed me, and I wasn't comfortable reading them.
So you skipped them?
No, I read them.
All right.
Chapter 3 discusses something really disgusting called fisting.
Fisting, Patty.
Ew.
Now this you see is perverted.
Well, why don't we...
No, I wouldn't want
Patty,
that to happen to me.
All right, stop scrunching your face and relax a little bit. We're doing a national talk show, so there's probably a lot of people out there that don't know what fisting's about, so why don't you explain that?
Oh, it's putting your entire hand or most of it inside of a woman's vagina. You know, I mean, I imagine it must stretch because when you give birth to a baby, the
I've never heard
baby's
of that.
head
How do they go about doing that?
Yeah.
They just do it. They just put their hand inside the woman's body.
Isn't that a little dry for
I don't know. Well, they have the lubricant and everything else they put on their hands. They put the gloves on and they do it. And it described a party where they were doing that, like 8 couples doing that to each other in the chapter, and that was kind of like, ugh.
It was hot, right?
No, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, what were they saying? What were some
I don't
of the
remember
specifics of the chapter?
Well, I don't remember. They weren't saying much. It was just like a little get-together, one of those little sex parties they were describing. You know, like a bunch of people getting together just for doing that. Then they change partners. And
any rectal fisting?
There was 1 or 2 cases in the chapter where they did discuss that.
Is it a slow approach? Is it more like flicking the jab out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wind up.
Well, according to what it looked like, they were all taking their time. You know.
Well, I guess you would have to, right?
Yeah, but it was kind of disgusting. And then
even though it was disgusting, Patty.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't do anything like
that.
No. Did you get kind of a weird feeling of being turned on just because it was some kind of sexual thing?
Actually, it turned me off. That chapter really turned me off.
You're missing the biggest part of the chapter. The premise was that we'd see how many people I could fist both vaginally and anally, plus how many could be fisted by others in the span of 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
They had a little contest going.
Contest, Patty.
They could have, but still, it was
I'm
like
thinking
a
next
party.
contest for the show with Patty involved.
No.
Yeah. What do you think, Patty?
For each fist you take, we'll give you $200.
How about a fist?
Heck no. No matter what.
By golly, no.
And then chapter 4 was sort of
wait, are we done with the fisting?
I think so.
Chapter 3 is fisting.
All right,
See, chapter 4, it sounded like a satanic ritual, bloodletting, where people cut themselves. There's a ritual form of cleansing the body before they attempt the act.
You should have tried the ritual form of cleansing the body last time you were here. according to people that sniffed your armpits.
Oh, stop, You
all clean today?
Yeah, it could have been just the fact that I didn't put deodorant on before I left.
You put it on, though, today.
Yeah, because I always remember.
Still using right guard?
Hey, Patty, in every book they highlight very important sentences or quotes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Patty, could you read the one on page 25 for all the listeners here?
Page 25.
This is on bloodletting, because I guess people get... Did you learn that people get turned on by this whole bloodletting thing?
Oh, they did in the chapter.
So they cut themselves, and there's something erotic about that, turns them on, and they have better orgasms
like
and stuff, right?
Cleansing.
All right, listen to this. This is part of the chapter on bloodletting, Anthony. Go ahead, Stalker Patty.
No. I have to read that?
Yeah, just for the listeners.
Why? Okay. Oh, God. This chapter was so disturbing. Talks about blood sports. Sucking the blood off of your cock has almost sent me into sensory overload. The creamy, coppery taste mingling with the smoky, fake con taste of you.
Drew Boogie, you getting all this?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I see
really.
the next song.
Give me my book.
Patty.
Oh,
That's what they call
Blood and
me.
cum.
Well, anyway, it just reminded me of what people do in a satanic way of worship when you read those,
All right, what else did you learn about the bloodletting? Anything?
No, it just seems like a ritual. I would imagine that they believe it cleanses the body. Lets out all the impurities. That's how I see it, but it's something I wouldn't
Could
do.
you read this philosophy, too?
All right.
Oh, please.
Just read that one right there.
Yeah, that's a very
Patty.
important...
Read away.
Oh, it's been proven to me with anything with tits and a cunt can do anything to a man.
Look how she's like, she could tits and a cunt.
Patty, do you grind your teeth at night?
No.
I'm just asking.
Wow.
All right, so that's it for bloodletting?
Yeah.
All right, what was the next chapter?
I think chapter 5 was written by a gay man because he talks about having a very, very strong crush on his father. And that, to me, is like a 13 or 14-year-old stage of development that he never really left.
Oh, look at you. Is that
Yeah.
self? You thought of that yourself or read it in this book?
Well, that I know. It's common for 13 and 14-year-olds to have crushes on members of their own sex, and then they outgrow it a couple years later.
Are you insane? Your father?
Well, this guy had a crush on his father. That's what he said.
And you still think that's kind of normal at 13?
Yeah, at 13.
You are a mad woman.
Why?
You can have respect for your father. You can love your father. You can, but
no, he had a crush on his father.
But you said it's normal.
For a 13-year-old.
No, it isn't for any age.
Well, a lot of people go through that stage where they develop crushes on members of
Did
their
you
own sex.
It's only normal if it's a
crush
stepdaughter.
On your adopted or foster mother?
No, I didn't have that kind. I didn't have a close relationship to her at all.
You ever
What
see
about
your
the father?
You ever see
But
your,
I did admire a camp counselor when I was 14.
Oh, admire. What do you mean by admire?
Well, her name was Eunice, and
Her name?
yeah,
Of course
well,
it was
but I was
Eunice.
only 12 or 4. I was only like 13 or 14.
What the hell year was Eunice?
You thought she was hot?
Her name
Well,
was
I don't know
Abigail.
what I thought, but I was
Yeah.
attached to her.
Her and Gertrude would come by and talk to me.
And then, of course, Edith would show up.
And eat my pussy.
Yeah, but anyway,
Listen, hold on. What's up with Eunice? Were sexually attracted to her? Did you like her body?
I don't know what it was. I was just attached to her. She was my favorite counselor.
Yeah.
What did you want more out of your relationship with her that you weren't getting, that you were attached to her?
I don't even know.
So there was something else that you wanted to go further with, but you just didn't.
Right, but I don't even remember what it was about.
Did you just
her.
want maybe time alone with her? Did you get much time alone with her to talk personally?
Well, it was day camp. No, you don't. You're with other kids, and you're with the counselors. You know, I just liked her more than the others. You know, but in this chapter, the guy describes sneaking in to, to spy on his parents having sex. He would find their toys that they used on each other. He would go into their porno stash when they were away, and he described being fascinated by that, But because, I don't know, there must have been something peculiar about him, because when he went to school, he wasn't popular with the other kids. They used to ostracize and make fun of him. And
like you,
I don't quite remember what was in the chapter that caused that, but it could be that he was possibly developing, into a gay person.
It kind of sounds like you, though.
No, I'm not gay.
No, with Eunice and...
Well, but
you were kind of an outcast in school, weren't you?
A little bit, because of my foster parents, I guess.
Yeah, that must have been it.
They used to make fun of her. She used to dress in overcoats, and she looked like an old lady. And all my friends' parents were in their 20s.
She was an old lady, though.
Yeah,
she was. She was in her 60s.
That's an old lady.
And what grade were you in when she was in her 60s?
Well, she was 50. She was born in 06.
Jesus.
So I came to her in 56, so she was 50.
50, and your little friends would have parents in their 20s. And
you realize if your mom was still alive, or the person you were calling mom for most of your life, if she was alive today, she'd be
99 years old. She died when she was 69.
100 years old.
Yeah.
That's good.
But anyway, chapter 6 was interesting. Polyamory, which is multi-partner relationships. Your open marriages fall into that, where they're not satisfied with just one special person.
Wait, what is it called?
Polyamory. Polyamory. Polyamory.
Polymery?
Yeah, I think that's... I think that's how you say it. I didn't know how it's pronounced.
I'll have an order of Polyamory at Paisano of Mulberry Street. I love the Polyamory.
Just to start. I'll start with the Polyamory.
But that's all it
and
was
some
about.
of the lasagna.
And I'll have some fisting for dessert.
What do you think of open marriages there, Stalker Patty?
I don't think they're real marriages at all, because a real marriage to me is between you and one other person. You may as well not be married and just be single, because if you're free to see other people, then why get married?
Well, you're single, but you're not doing anything.
That doesn't mean that I won't find somebody.
Yes, it does. You're
point.
Done.
Not really, no.
No, until you change
Not
your
at
ideas on any of this stuff. It's over for you.
Right.
No.
Your snatch is drying up as we speak.
Nah.
The moisture's going away.
Not really, no.
All right, what else?
Okay, well, chapter 7 is a person who's a lesbian, a young person, possibly early 20s, finds herself through a sex toy, like a honey bear. It doesn't describe what the honey bear is.
It's a big production guy that drives a hybrid car. Oh, honey bear.
Well, was that the last chapter?
Well, I also had another chapter after that, which is people having sex during pregnancy and childbirth.
Egg sex?
During childbirth?
No, people having sex during pregnancy.
I was going to say, during childbirth. That is...
That's a little hard.
A little fisting during childbirth.
Yeah.
The kid just keeps going back in.
Although it is okay to your 6th or 7th
You finally get out of that
month.
awful relationship and a teenager drops out of you.
All right, Patty, take the book back and.
I already have the book.
And you're gonna read some more for us, right?
Yeah, I gotta just cover some more chapters.
Sensational, provocative title.
Isn't that
everything
wrong?
you know about sex is wrong? Little devil horns on it.
That's so.
Patty, did you get titillated by anything in this book, even a little bit?
Well,
you're a woman.
Well,
allowed.